Simulcast.
Mm-hmm. Shoot, them boys be some of these boys. Shalom, man. Shalom, Quran and Tavon, man. Some of them boys be on 5-6 different platforms at the same time. Facebook, Discord, Clubhouse, Instagram, YouTube. Boy, like this here. Everybody gonna get this work. Too bad they work trash. All praise and esteem to Abba and Shamayim in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Let's get John chapter 5, verse 39. Search the scriptures, for in them you think you have eternal life. Shalom, Brother Craig. And they are they which testify of me. And you will not come to me that you might have life. I receive not honor from men, but I know you, that you have not the love of Alahym in you. Shalom, Brother Robert. I come in my Abba's name, you receive me not. If another shall come in his own name, him you will receive. How can you believe which receive honor one from another, and not the honor that comes from Alahym only? Do not think that I will accuse you to Abba. There's one that accused you, even Moses, in whom you trust. Had you believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if you believe not his writing, how should you believe my words? All esteem and praise of Abba in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Shalom, Brother Marcus, man. Amen. Let's get Hosea 1 and 10. Yet the number of the sons of Yasharal shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass in one place where it was said unto them, you, not my people. It shall be said unto them, the sons of the living Alahym. Then the sons of Yehuda and the sons of Yasharal be gathered together and appoint themselves one head. And they shall come up out of the land, for great the day of Jezreel. Tell them what appoint themselves one head is, man.
To appoint is soon, to put, to place, to set, to appoint.
Mm-hmm.
Then one is a cod. Then head is Rosh. That's head, top.
Well, you roaching, huh?
The upper part, the chief.
Like roaches. Numbers 27 and 17. Of course, Israel is not appointed. God bless Brother Langford. They're not appointing a chief over them. The chief has already been appointed. I didn't even think we finished this Genesis 49 too tough yesterday, neither. Amen. Shalom, Brother Marvin, man. Come on.
Say which may go out before them and which may go in. Say Moses spake unto Yahuwah, saying, let Yahuwah, the Alahym of the Ruachs of all flesh, set a man over the congregation.
Oh, set a man over what?
Over the congregation, which may go out before them, which may go in before them, which may lead them out, which may bring them in, that the congregation of Yahuwah be not as sheep which have no shepherd.
Sheep that have no what?
No shepherd.
Listen.
Yahuwah said unto Moses.
That's good. Listen, right. We talked about this on Wednesday, right? What's another name for a shepherd? A pastor. So you can see in your law that a pastor had already been set. You know what I'm talking about? To be over the people. See, go over here to John 10. Give me about verse 10. Matter of fact, just give me verse 5.
And a stranger will they not follow, but will flee from him, for they know not the voice of strangers. This parable spake Yahushua unto them, but they understood not what things they were which he spake unto them. Again said Yahushua unto them again, truly, truly, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep do not hear them. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and go in and out and find pasture. The thief come not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have more abundantly. I'm the good shepherd. The good shepherd give his life for the sheep.
Good shepherd do what?
Give his life for the sheep.
What else?
But he that is a hireling and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, see the wolf come in and leave the sheep and flee, and the wolf catch them and scatter the sheep.
That's Paul. See, this is mentioned in Ezekiel 34, but we're not going to spend a whole bunch of time in Ezekiel 34. But the aspect of it is, it said appointing them one head. Let's go back to Genesis 49 and 8, because I don't believe we finished with that. I'm trying to remember. Something came to my mind earlier, but I can't remember what it was.
Say, Yehuda, you whom your brethren shall praise, your hand and the neck of your enemies, your father's children shall bow down before you.
So that's what we didn't get past, but we were talking about the people bowing down. Go ahead.
Yehuda, a lion's whelp from the prey, my son, you are gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? The scepter shall not depart from Yehuda, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him the gathering of the people.
So remember, we were talking about gathering of the people. The gathering of the people has to be to the lawgiver. Tell them what Shiloh is, man. Some of y'all, you went to Shiloh? You did, then. You was around there with them nigga churns doing nigga stuff. That's what they say them niggas be over there doing. I don't know what them niggas be over there doing.
That is he whose it is, that which belongs to him, tranquility, meaning uncertain. An epithet of the Messiah.
So when they say Shiloh come, you know what tranquility is, right? You know what that is? You look like you'll name your daughter Tranquility. That's white people names. It's like naming your child Apple. So you would name a child a fruit. That's what Gwyneth Paltrow did. I bet you do know. Apple. And call that baby what? Fiber? That's all that's in the apple. You might well name the baby Apollonia. You got a better chance than Apple. You around here naming churn banana. Naming pear. Kumquat.
I wouldn't name my child.
Yeah, you know what tranquility is? You the educator. What is it? Is it? Are you sure? That's your final answer? See if we tell her what tranquility means, man. Let's see if she's right. If you're wrong, you got to give us.
Webster's is probably.
You gotta, that's what we got to go.
You got to put the disclaimer on.
You're gonna need 20 push-ups if you're wrong.
That's the quality or state of being tranquil or calm.
Give definition of peace then. If they're not the same, if they ain't sending them, you need 20. You need 20. No, that's spelling. That's not definition. That's pronunciation.
Say peace. Peace is a synonym. Peacefulness.
You saved. You want 20? You want to do 20? Let me see 20 push-ups then. I will break. Yeah. Nah, your butt too high.
But he sounded off.
A little bit better.
11, 12, 13,
Worm now. Come on.
14,
I ain't make him do nothing. He was ready.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
For a man of his stature, he pulled them off. Slow, man. He pulled them off slimming.
Very good.
Look like you're tired now.
Hey, sound off.
And he sounded off like you're in the military. That's how you build a chest right there, boy.
That's a burning man.
They ain't gonna be able to tell you got a chest of an 8-year-old boy. You can be like, my chest is definitely 10. That boy had to wipe the sweat off his brow. But listen, of course, like this here, right? Let's go to Isaiah 63:1. Where you going? Why are you scratching on your stomach? Go ahead. We got to tie in a whole bunch of stuff together because we mentioned Edom yesterday. I want to get a whole bunch of stuff and meld them in together. Come on.
Say, who is this that come from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah? This esteemed in his apparel, travailing in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore, red in your apparel, mighty to save. Okay. Wherefore, red in your apparel, your garments like him that tread in the wine fat. I have trod in the winepress alone, and of the people, none with me. For I will tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury. Their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment.
Come on.
For the day of vengeance in my heart and the year of my redeemed is come.
The year of my who?
Of my redeemed.
I won't keep it. I want you to focus on mighty to save in the year of my redeemed, not necessarily the wrath. Come on.
And I looked and none to help, and I wondered, none to uphold. Therefore, my own arm brought salvation unto me.
My own arm did what?
Brought salvation unto me.
My own arm did what?
Brought salvation unto me. In my fury, it upheld me.
Notice he said his own arm brought it. He said, "What? Tell him what uphold mean." He said he noticed that he wondered that there was none to uphold. Uphold what?
To uphold is samak, to lean, to lay, to rest, to support, to put, to uphold.
There wasn't nobody to support. So he said his arm brought salvation. But listen to the next thing he said.
And I will tread down the people in my anger and make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth.
This is what we want. Verse 7, listen to it.
I will mention the loving kindness of
He'll
Yahuwah.
mention what?
The loving kindness of Yahuwah.
He will mention what?
The loving kindness of Yahuwah.
Okay.
The praise of Yahuwah.
According to what?
All that Yahuwah have bestowed on us.
And the great goodness.
Toward the house of Yasharah, which he have bestowed on them according to his mercies and according to the multitude of his loving kindness.
See, this is what we came here for. Notice what he said that he would mention. The loving kindness, the things that he said he delights in, meaning in mercy, faithfulness, and goodness. This is what, tell him what mention means, man. You tired? You got 10 more?
That's the car. That's to remember, to recall, to call to mind.
So he's going to call to mind his loving kindness. See, pause. This is what that John 14 telling you about his Ruach now. Now, remember what it said about the Lord in Psalm 16, my flesh rests in hope, that you won't suffer your Kadash one to see corruption. Now, I mentioned Genesis 49. We got to finish something in Genesis 5, but let's go all the way back to Genesis 4 and 7. So we got to get everything and finish it all out. And we got to finish Ready to Perish. Genesis 4 and 7, man. Go ahead.
If you do well, shall you not be accepted? And if you do not well, sin lie at the door. And unto you his desire, and you shall rule over him. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him.
And did what?
And slew him.
See, by that pause, right? He told you wrath don't work what?
The righteousness.
Shalom, brother Mike, man. Wrath don't work the righteousness of Alahym. So I just want to do this real quick, like Galatians 5 and 21. Man, what y'all got going on? They trying to kill you, son. She absconding with you. Come on.
Envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the Malkuf of Alahym. But the fruit of the Ruach is love, joy, shalom, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law.
1 John 3 and 6, or 3 and 5.
And you know that he was manifested to take away our sins, and in him is no sin. Whosoever abide in him sin not. Whosoever sin have not seen him, neither known him. Little children, let no man deceive you. He that do righteousness is righteous, even as he is righteous.
Listen to him.
He that commits sin is of the devil, for the devil
He that commits sin is of the who?
of the devil.
Okay.
For the devil sinned from the beginning. For this purpose the Son of Alahym was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil.
Listen.
Whosoever is born of Alahym does not commit sin, for his seed remain in him, and cannot sin because he is born of Alahym.
Listen.
And this the children of Alahym are manifest, and the children of the devil. Whosoever do not righteousness is not of Alahym, neither he that love not his brother.
Either that love not is what?
His brother.
So we could. I'm doing it for a reason, because we talking about Cain. Go ahead. I think he finna mention it.
For this is the message that you heard from the beginning, that we should love one another, not as Cain was of that wicked one. And
see, remember, right? When people say here, not of that wicked one, what do a lot of people say that mean? Say Cain was of that wicked one. They say Satan is his daddy. See, a lot of people believe that Satan gave Eve some peen when they had their interaction. That's how weird niggas is. You know what I'm talking about? See, she had sex with him. She had Cain. So I guess Adam didn't know that was his baby then. You know what the sad part is they try to put on Eve that she like these regular hoes out here, or some of these niggas' mamas. Because you know, there's some hoes out here walk around and let you think that's your baby for 10, 15 years. She know that ain't your baby. You know what I'm saying? That's why they got that saying. You know that saying, shit? What they did? Indeed. I mean, it's not a maybe. I done told you this before. No matter what, don't no man, unless he get a DNA test, really know 100% of the time if that's a child. You know what I'm talking about? Now, of course, there's some strong genetics that'd be like, if you said that wasn't your child, you might be disrespecting yourself. You know what I'm talking about? But and the reality of it, you know what I'm talking about, just with no outside additive information. Only a woman know if that child. She know that's her baby. There's no doubt about that. I ain't never heard a woman say, I don't know if that's my child. You know what I'm talking about? You know what you carried. Unless it was a swap. You know, some people play them games at the hospital now, and some people done had their baby swapped out.
And see on the podcast, these two women that's from down here, they were saying that they think it should be mandatory to do DNA test when the baby is born.
Yeah, a lot of people say that, but see, I look at it this way: they don't wait on Mr. Charlie to do what you can do for yourself. Most dudes would rather have the government do it because they don't really got the heart to look that woman in the face and say, "Let me get a blood test." You know what I'm talking about? Because they worry about how she gonna feel and how she gonna react. You know what I'm saying? Because I know these hoes play games. I done told you this before, man. When I was fooling with a chick when I was young, she was like, I wouldn't care. And unfortunately, I done seen that happen, man. You know what I'm saying? It literally says Adam knew. It definitely does. We're gonna read it in a second. I know people who, you know, my homeboy went good 5-6 years thinking that baby was his. That boy was devastated. You know what I'm talking about? And it was a boy, he thought he had a son. You got some women go so far to know that's not that man's baby and name that baby after him. You say your cousin. Damn. So, see, stuff like that, that's why niggas come back and kill him. You know what I'm talking about? Or kill itself. Yeah, that's a dirty game to play. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know I done heard a lot of people, I done heard me get mad about the thought prospect of it being mandatory. You know what I'm saying? You're only mad about it because you know you're a hoe. You know what I'm saying? But I know on a regular sense, I know that some women will be, oh, you don't trust me? But at the end of the day, a nigga don't know what you're not doing when you're not in his face. You know what I'm saying? The same way that when he ain't in your face, you don't know what he doing. You know what I'm talking about? And something like that. And let you know, I can see why women will be offended. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I definitely see why if you've been with a woman for a long time and you be like, hey, I need a test on that baby. You know what I'm saying? I see why she would be offended by that. But consequently, if you put yourself in his shoes, man, don't nobody want to be walking around here for no 7-8 years and find out that baby ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to have that happen. Because you got to be a totally evil, dirty person to walk around knowingly, let the nigga take care of a baby you know ain't here. And you know what throwing a lot of niggas off? We want to get a DNA test. You know who did it, right? All y'all used to watch it. Maury threw it off for everybody. You know what I'm saying? When you seen them hoes running off stage like a doggone running back, you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the cameraman had good footwork and balance. The move at that high rate of speed carrying that piece of machinery. You know what I'm talking about? And the run back there. And it's not the fact that it wasn't a baby. It's the fact that some of them hoes came back on there and it was 3, 4, 5 niggas. You know what I'm saying? What y'all doing with her? So it makes people jaded. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that that's the life we in now. The people loose with the loins out here. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen a nigga have 2 babies come at the same time, but they weren't twins? That boy was loose with the loins. Yeah, I think you got 2 babies coming at the same time and they ain't twins. Come on, man. It's just as bad. But you know how much sex you got to be having that you don't know who got you pregnant? That's amazing. Huh? Damn. It's one thing if you were having sex with 2 dudes at one time and you ain't know. You playing the game raw. You know what I'm saying? Literally. You know what I'm talking about? But to have so much sex that you don't know, it could be this man, it could be that man. Good Lord, baby. You need to detox that thing, man. You know what I'm saying? You need to take about good 12 to 18 months off. Like continually, nothing. Just take it off. Don't play with no roses or nothing. Let that thing self-recover. That's too much. Lord have mercy, man. He need more. She need more than Yanni. She gotta let that thing. You know what I'm talking about? She gotta push all that out. You don't need to be doing nothing. You don't need to do nothing but bathe and pray every day. You know what I'm talking about? Straight up. That's all you need to do. Just take bath, not showers. You need to take a bath and pray every day. I'm talking about them when they loose. I ain't talking about you just with your dude. You ain't got to do all that with him. You know what I'm talking about? But you around here 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 niggas. You know what I'm talking about? You like what's that nigga off Sesame Street? The Count. You need to take some time off, baby. You need to go on injured reserve. You need to go on coochie reserve, man. You know what I'm talking about? Straight up. That's too much. Golly. If that's not you, I ain't talking about you. But everybody in here knows somebody who like that, though. Could be your mama. You know what I'm talking about? Could be auntie. Could be a homegirl. Could be a sister. Could be a cousin. Everybody know one person that's loose with them loans. Could be somebody you went to school with and y'all still talk to each other every now and again. You know what I'm saying? But everybody know one woman. You like, dang, baby, slow down. You know what I'm talking about? And she around here talking about she been celibate for 2-3 years. How much sex was you having? Martin, come on, sit over there. Y'all be over there playing with each other. Y'all trying to get intimate? Just tuck your lip in. Oh man, don't I'm tired of you doing this, junk, because you're getting too old. You be out of pocket, and then you come over here and pout like somebody took your toys or your ice cream, and you wrong. Pick your head up. That's not how men behave. Bro, you wrong. You ain't even get chastised. You ain't get, all they done told you is to separate. You want to play with another boy that bad that you want to look like that? Hey man, I'm talking to you, sir. So you mean to tell me because you can't talk to another young man that you won't come over here and look like that? I'm asking you a question, sir. Because I don't understand why your lip is poked out, your head is dropped, you got your arms in between your legs like you trying to warm up your genitals, sitting Indian style, like you Shaka Khan or somebody. What you got going on? Pick your head up, man. It's not even that serious for you to be acting like this. Is it you just want to talk to him, or you just upset you can't do what you want to do, and somebody has told you that you're going to have to go do something else? Is that what the problem is? I'm talking to you, sir. Oh, so you believe that you should do what you want no matter the situation or circumstance? That's what you believe? That's how things supposed to go? Oh, and why do you believe that, sir? I asked you a question. Pick up your head, please, sir. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Why do you believe that, sir? You do know. Now you're insulting my intelligence. Because if you knew enough to say that's what you wanted to do, then you know enough to say that's why you believe it should be that way. Sir, I'm talking to you, sir. Man, ain't nobody finna hit you, cuz. Cut all that junk out, man. Ain't nobody going for that crap. That junk might work at school, don't work in here. But just stay there and look ugly, nigga. I hope your face stay like that. Come on, man. Where you at?
You got 1 John 3?
Yeah. Give me John 8 and 30, 34. Not 34.
44.
36. Don't come over there messing with him either.
The Son therefore shall make you free. You shall be free indeed. I know that you are Abraham's seed, but you seek to kill me because my word have no place in you. Mm-hmm. I speak that which I have seen with my Abba, and you do that which you have seen with your father. They answered and said unto him, Abraham is our father. Yahushua said unto them, if you were Abraham's children,
if you were Abraham's who?
Children,
you would do the
works of Abraham.
Let's pause now. How does the text describe Abraham? A friend, correct? Mm-hmm. I want you to go to Romans chapter 4. I want you to give me verse 14. What I'm trying to do here, right? And we can swing back to Genesis 18 if need be. What we're trying to do is really highlight the attributes of what a son of God is versus the attributes of someone who is not. You know what I'm talking about? See, this ain't focusing on just matching something up that say son and this, that, then, and the third. It's paying attention to the attributes. Why should you be paying attention to that? What do we read in 1 John 3? He said, he that is of the devil commits sin. He that's born of God don't commit sin. Then he said, in this, we know the difference between the children of God and the children of the devil. Whosoever don't do righteousness is not of God, neither he that loves not his brother. Then it said Cain, who was of that who? Wicked one, which we about to see how he was of that wicked one. And then we'll read what Quran mentioned, because it literally said that Adam had sex with Eve to produce Cain. So I don't even know why people talking about Satan slinging meat. But listen what he said. You all right?
For if they which are of the law's heirs, faith is made void.
You say you're fine, but your tone of voice and face looks like signs like you want to shed some tears. Are you upset?
No.
Are you bothered?
No.
Then why are you looking like that?
Oh, no.
If you was upset, would you say so? Why wouldn't you?
Actually,
Are you good?
Yeah. Okay.
So you're not upset because so y'all was over there talking. So you accept your consequence.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, sir. Continue.
So for if they which
really a
are
light consequence
of the law be heirs, faith is made void, and a promise made of none effect. Because the law work wrath, for where no law is, no transgression.
He said the law work what?
Wrath.
The law work what?
Wrath.
Okay.
Therefore, a faith that might be by mercy to the end of the promise might be sure to all the seed, not to that only which is of the law, but to that also which is of the faith of Abraham, who is the father of us all. As it is written, I have made you a father of many nations.
Pause. Read that part, that last part again. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. So see how y'all gonna answer it.
So therefore, a faith that it might be by mercy to the end the promise might be sure to all the seed, not to that only which is of the law, but to that also which is of the faith of Abraham, who is the father of us all.
What he said, the seed that is of the law. Who is that? How would you prove that? If you can determine who that is, how would you prove that is of the law? That's what it said, right? You know what I'm saying? That nigga be reading fast because Michael be having a nerve like that. She tell him you mess up one word, nigga. Just one word. Hey man, that's not what you finna do. That's not what you finna do. Matter of fact, come here. Come on over here. Romans 4. I don't know what verse it was in.
That was verse 16.
What you got going on with all that, cuz? What you got going on, cuz? No, man. No. It's not what men do. You're not finna do that. You're not finna be rubbing all in your eyeballs, looking down at the ground with your face frowned up like an aardvark. What you got going on, cuz? You covering your face up with your shirt. Look at me when I'm talking to you, son. Ain't nobody finna hit you, boy. What you got going on, son? I asked you a question. What you got going on, cuz? I asked you a question. Look at me when I'm talking to you. You do know. Why you sitting over there like that, son? Look at me when I'm talking to you. I said, look at me. I said, you about to get Ric Flair chopped. Look at me when I'm talking to you in my eyes. I'm not down there. What you looking down there for? You looking down there because you're either ashamed or you scared. Are you ashamed or are you scared? Huh? I can't hear you, son. Why are you ashamed? What you ashamed about? Look at me when I'm talking to you. What you ashamed about? You ain't got nothing to be ashamed about. Should you have been talking with him? So did your cousin do something wrong by telling him to sit here and you to sit there? So what you looking ugly for? Look at me when I'm talking to you. What you looking ugly for? Come on, man. You talking like you. I know you know how to talk, boy. I know you your whole life. You're talking like you got rocks in your mouth. What you looking ugly for? Look at you tighten up on your backstroke, boy. You don't sit down, man. Tighten up.
Come on. Question: we need a specific person.
Yeah, you're gonna need a specific person for that.
I'll say Adam only because he said that he committed.
Oh no. Listen to him again. Read it again.
It say, therefore, of faith that it might be by mercy.
Remember, he talking about Abraham.
To end the promise might be short. The end the promise might be short to all the seed, not to that only which is of the law, but to that also which is of the faith of Abraham, who is the father of us all.
So who is this seed that is of the law? No, it's not Israel. Yes. Yeah. He got Exodus 19:5. Go ahead. Yes. Yeah, that'd be Israel. Israel is the seed that is of the law. The seed that is of the promise is everybody else. That's why he slid in there the father of many nations. But I'm just making sure that y'all can answer that scripturally according to what he's saying. You know what I'm talking about? Exodus 19:5.
Say now, therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then you
Give
shall
me
be.
19 to 1. Well, I'm talking about that boy late all the time. You be late to clean the people's house like that?
It's a clean window.
Ain't no windows over here. As long as you know. Now you done kind of drug that boy out of the house. His mama still around here throwing up on stuff? Damn. I was hoping I was going to be wrong with that one.
Yeah, me too.
How far along she is?
30.
I don't know what that means.
About 7 months.
Ain't she still throwing up? Well, I mean, this is hard. That's hard. Well, she ain't got much longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know they usually when y'all get past that on the first 3, huh?
Is that what they say?
No, I mean, of course, nigga. Oh, you ain't never throw up? Okay, you got a strong gut, huh? Got them good enzymes in there.
I used to be nauseous. I would do so.
Oh, you just ain't had the right food in your stomach.
Everybody don't hold them.
I don't know, shoot.
Why girl? No.
Shoot, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. She probably did, though. I know you niggas sleep. Oh, you ain't sleep either.
I mean, I used to work. I didn't like to sit still like this. So, I mean, I slept when I was home.
That nigga be sleep. You know what I'm saying? That nigga gonna sleep. When you was out there teaching people turn, you couldn't go to sleep.
No, I couldn't. I wouldn't.
Was you in there getting upset, hitting them turn with staples? I would have hit one on with a staple.
I slept when I was at work.
Just because. Like, why you hit them pregnant? Exodus 19 to 1.
Say in the 3rd month, when the children of Yasharal were gone forth out of the land of Egypt,
I just read verse 1 because I want you to hear who he talking to.
the same day came they into the wilderness of Sinai, for they departed from Rephidim and were come to the desert of Sinai and had pitched in the wilderness, and Yasharal camped before the mount. Moses went up to Alahym, and Yahuwah called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shall you say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Yasharal, you have seen what
Tell the house of who?
of Jacob,
And tell the children of who?
Yasharal,
Okay.
you have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and I bare you on eagle's wings and brought you unto myself. Now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then you shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. You shall.
That's good. I didn't want you to see that. That's who that is. Come on and give me Romans 4:16 one more time. Some things, man, we just got to slow down and pinpoint so scripturally you know how to answer them. And again, it's not for you to answer them to somebody else. It's for you to understand what he writing. Go ahead.
Say, therefore, of faith, that it might be by mercy to end the promise, might be to shore all the seed, not to that only which is of the law.
It's not seeds out of many, but seeds of one. That seed being the Mashiach, because it's only one word. See that seed? That's of the law. Matter of fact, this will lead me here. Come to what it is, Romans 11 and 1.
I say then, have Alahym cast away his people? Alahym forbid, for I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, the tribe of Benjamin. Alahym have not cast away his people, which he foreknew. What you not what the scripture saith of Elijah, how he make intercession to Alahym against Yasharal, saying,
That's
Lord,
good. I didn't want you to see he ain't toss his people away. Come back to Romans 4. Remember, you had a chance to believe according to the law. The Gentile, see that I give you an example. The Gentiles had the opportunity to do what was in the garden that Adam didn't do. The Gentiles didn't have the law, so they came in through the hearing of faith, which if Adam would have been able to do if he just would have ate from the tree of life. You were in the position of Adam. You already had the law, so that's why he had to put you out, lest you eat from the tree of life and live forever. You understand what I'm saying? Come on.
therefore, of faith, that it might be by mercy to end the promise, might be to shore all the seed, not to that only which is of the law, but to that also which is of the faith of Abraham, who is the father of us all. As it is written, I have made you a father of many nations, before him whom he believed, Alahym, who quickened the dead and called those things which be not as though they were.
That's right.
Who against hope believed in hope, that he might become the father of many nations, according to that which was spoken, so shall your seed be. And being not weak in faith, he considered not his own body now dead, when he was about 100 years old, neither yet the deadness of Sarah's womb. He staggered not at the promise of Alahym through unbelief.
He did what?
Staggered not at the promise of Alahym through unbelief, but was strong in faith, giving esteem to Alahym, being fully persuaded that what he had promised, he was also able to perform.
You see that? See, that's one of the differences between the sons of God and the sons of the devil. Because Abraham believed that Yahuwah was able to perform that which he could see not. Now let's return back to John 8 and wherever verse you stopped in. I think he said, if you be Abraham's seed, you would do the works of Abraham. What verse is that? Come on, man. John 8.
Verse 39.
Come on.
They answered and said unto him, Abraham is our father. Yahushua said unto them, if you were Abraham's children, you would do the works of Abraham.
Now, y'all know Genesis 18 and 19 say, but I know him, that he'll do justice and what? Judgment. And keep his household in the way of Yahuwah, which we going to get to that way of Yahuwah in a minute. Go and read Genesis 18 and 19. I need to put that on the paper. I got something in Genesis 6 to do.
Say, for I know him, that he'll command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of Yahuwah to do justice and judgment, that Yahuwah may bring upon Abraham that which he has spoken of him.
Tell him what justice is.
Tzedakah, that's justice, righteousness.
Faith. You did? Good faith. Judgment, mishpat, more than likely. You know what I'm saying? He gonna do right from wrong. He gonna walk in the righteous obedience of faith and the Kadash way. Yeah, I had got that on recommendation from Equality Fragrances. This whole here harder to find than the virgin in the United States of America over the age of 21.
Nah, if you did reviews, that would be a good one.
That top shelf, that one. I'm talking about that's guaranteed. What a nigga G Money said when he told a nigga about that crack, that nigga said guaranteed to get the panties wet, or whatever the hell he said. Shoot, boy, you ain't gonna find that.
For that small
I can't even tell you how much. I think I paid like $200, but boy, this junk might be. That was a Harrods exclusive, so you could only get it from the. You had to order it from the Harrods store in London. You know what I'm saying? They don't even sell it in the U.S. And now, yeah, they probably got niggas who got. See, that's the Armani private line, but that particular one, Pure Majesty, that's not hard to find. You know what I'm saying? And niggas, yeah, if you're talking about buying in retail, because if you try to buy it from somebody else, they gonna mark it up, and that junk good, but it ain't. Nah, it ain't worth that. You know what I'm saying? Like a dude asked me where I was at, man. I think I was in. I don't know where I was at. Some white boy asked me, man. I had that YSL on. He was like, man, that smell good, man. He said, that's gas. I said, yeah, he got to be on talking about that. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I was like, it's discontinued. And I think I bought it when it came out, maybe for like 100, 120. I'm like, bro, but I wouldn't pay people selling it for $250. It's not worth $250. You know what I'm saying? Nah, like, yeah, that junk great, but niggas selling that junk for $500, $600, $700. That's not worth $500.
I got colleagues in London, so I can always hit him up to see if he can get it.
Yeah, that was here. I had it when I was looking at the notes last night. That junk was sold out. Cause that one there in Dior Home Parfum, man, dudes be looking for it because they don't sell Dior Home Parfum in the US. It's only sold in Europe. So niggas be on eBay and they be marking it up because that junk really like 100 and something, and they selling it for 2, 3, and 4. Like that junk good, but it ain't worth $400. You know what I'm saying? That junk just. I done had that junk for 2 years ago. I just happened to catch that whole one day. Hold on, I tell you, because like that junk don't even. It's hard to even find samples for it. That might be the closest you'll get to it is getting a sample. Come on, sis. Come on back to I think we finished that. Come on back to Genesis 4. Yeah, that junk ain't for sale nowhere. You know, I just heard a nigga say nigga buying and selling on the Sabbath if they cut the water faucet on. I ain't even lying, bro. I'm not even making that up, bro. I definitely just heard a dude say the other day. He said because your forefathers had to have water prepared. So he's like, basically, when you turn your faucet on, that junk caused your bill to move. So since your bill moving, you bought and sold on that day. I say, boy, these niggas crazy, man. So he was like, basically, run your bath water the night before. Your toothbrush water the night before. Get all your basins and fill them up. I say, boy, you niggas make a burden out of anything, boy. I promise you, dude. You know what I'm talking about? For real, bro. You talking about your forefathers had to eat. I guarantee you ain't nobody going to hell because you got in there and cut the water on and took a bath. Because you talking about, see, you bought and sold that day. They say, hey, man.
Let it sit.
Let it sit. That boy said we ain't cutting no lights on. We getting candles. That's what the Jewish people do. Oh, boy, I ain't smelled one of those in years, boy. Shalom, bro. Yeah, man, real talk though, man. I ain't never heard nobody say that with the water. That boy said, get your basins and fill them up. Basins. That's what he said. Boy, it's gonna be funky monkeys in that house, boy. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm talking about that water stagnant overnight.
Man, you can't let no water sit like that. Talking about bathe in that. You know, that ain't the same as fresh water out the lake. You gonna run some tap water and let him sit. You just gonna let bathtub water just sit. That woman pH balance finna be all thrown off. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, that's 7 hour water. You good?
That's what I'm about to do.
Huh?
That's what I'm about to do.
The dew? Shoot, they ain't cutting the dew on. Cause them boys said they ain't cutting the lights on. That boy said they said the boys ain't cutting the lights on. He said you buying and selling because you paying the light bill. Because when you cut that light on, the meter came on. So you bought that day. I say, well, shoot, I guess I'm gonna be buying. Cause I'm gonna cut that light on. I don't care when it get paid. You know what I'm saying? That's that stuff what he talking about. You putting heavy burdens on men's shoulders, grievous to be born. That's what you're doing. You think you're doing this in righteousness, but see that come up to the point of you want to be justified by the law so bad that you're gonna go to hell by it. That's all. Yeah, that's right. I told y'all that's how them Jewish people were getting killed in Jacksonville on San Jose.
Not hitting the light.
They wouldn't hit the doggone crosswalk thing, man. I told you they had wanted them to build a whole overpass over San Jose Boulevard for them to walk over. Man, city told them go to hell. For lack of a better term. They literally told them, man, y'all go head on with that. We're not doing that. They said they wanted like when you go out east, when you coming down 20th Street Expressway, if you coming off the Matthew, man, going towards Phoenix, like that over, they wanted one of them. Yeah, they wanted one of them. Anybody finna build that on San Jose Boulevard because you're stupid behind walking across the street? You ain't even looking. Man, they were running them doggone Jewish people over. I say, boy, niggas been crossing the street safely for decades. What y'all out there doing? Y'all just must be walking. You can't hit me. You ain't John Cena. You know what I'm talking about? Them niggas been hit you, nigga. Get your stupid butt out the street. All right, this here. They out there screaming, Yahweh, why? Lord, like, because you stupid. You should have been looking. I mean that one up, boy. I'm not finna get ran over. You know what I'm saying? San Jose ain't no easy road to be running across now. Boy, San Jose like 3 lanes on each side. Nigga, at the bare minimum, you supposed to time it. Every nigga know. On a 6-lane road, before we move on, every black person know this in Jacksonville. Any city for this now. A 6-lane road, if you on this side, you know the light gonna change fast. So you just trying to get to the median. You know what I'm talking about? You'll wait at the median to the next light cycle, and then you go across. They trying to go across the whole play. Playing fraud. They were playing logger, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Like on Final Destination, trying to wow. Come on, man. Everybody know you supposed to pause in the median, bro. Everybody know that on the 6-lane road. That's lets you know them Jewish people don't cross the street too often. They ain't got them. Because you know they can't cut the car on. They say that breaking the Sabbath because you kindling the fire when you cut the engine on. I wonder how they feel about an electric car. Can they cut that on? I guess that's the same, man. Because they don't want to cut lights on in the house. Let me leave them people on.
No, go stay home.
You about to say that. They had you cut off quick.
Shoot, they cut these nuts off. You know what I'm saying? Because they do that whenever we pulling up to their synagogue on San Jose. All y'all niggas in here lying. Get them damn caps off your head, nigga. You know what I'm talking about?
That's the fun about our thing. When they get lit cap, it's fun.
Everywhere. Like this here, muzzle top. Wow. Woo, Lord. Hey, man, it is what it is. Come on. Where you at?
You check about Genesis.
Yeah,
4.
read them 4 and 1 so you can see that Adam knew Eve to produce Cain. Girl, you capped out.
It's saying Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from Yahuwah.
I don't know why these people around here talking about she had sex with the devil. That ain't what that said. Come on, man. Go back to Genesis. Well, shoot, you get to read it all, man.
Hey, I did a question though. You know, the barbershop, I'm talking about Lilith. What they get?
Oh, I mean, Lilith is a Babylonian deal.
That's time we touched it.
Yeah, that's from somebody else's culture that's interjected. They say Adam came to Lilith and said, "Get up under me, woman," and she refused.
But that's in the time. That's in the time.
I forgot where it's from, but that's from somebody else's culture. But where it's from,
We're trying to say it was in the book.
No, not in the book. If any of you brothers recall what book Lilith is, go ahead and mention it. I can't remember. It's escaping my mind at this present time. But yeah, Lilith was supposed to be the advent of the rebellious, independent, I don't need no man type woman. Because he told her to give them yams and she told him scram. And therefore she got put out. That's why the goddess type chicks, aka the undercover slut buckets, you know what I'm talking about? They love to scream. They don't want to talk about Lilith. You run across a woman and she go to talking about Lilith, that's a woman who hate men. You know what I'm saying? She want the benefit of a man without the dedication, commitment, and responsibility to a man. So a woman like that, you got to walk away from. Even if she ain't screaming Lilith. But if she go to talking about Lilith, just already know you ain't got you nothing. So you might as well go ahead and slide. You know what I'm talking about? See, because the issue is not necessarily independence, because it's knowing how to be independent. See, I put it this way here, right? See, taking care of yourself don't make you independent, it make you an adult. You know what I'm talking about? See, in this particular society, a woman having the ability to take care of herself is overinflated as if she's doing some type of mass deed. But now the reason why it's like that is because you're not staying in your father's house, transitioning from your father's house to your husband's house. So you're transitioning from your father's house to now I got to go to my own house and do X, Y, Z. So now because you feel like we're not independent because we want to, it's because men made us this way. No, the only man who made you that way was your father, your parents. You know what I'm talking about? Because you were supposed to go from your father's house to your husband's house. No man who did not know you made you independent because you as a functioning adult had to take care of your goddamn self. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you had to pay for where you lived at. I mean, you had to buy your clothes and you had to feed yourself. No man made you that way. You know what I'm saying? Now, some will say that after they have a child. Still, no man made you that way. You're just functioning as an adult. Now, whether this man accepts the responsibilities of his part in that child is another conversation. You know what I'm talking about? That's why I told you that last night. You're not supposed to be paying a dowry for a woman who don't live in her father's house. You know what I'm talking about? You're not supposed to be paying that. Because at this point, she don't even know what it's like to be under the rulership of a man. She's been out here by herself. So I mean, if she's been out here by herself, you don't think, you know what I'm saying, Tom, Dick, or Harry done slid by them? You don't think she done had a sleepover drinking on some doggone yak? Now she ain't never had a man have to tell her what to do, so now she like, I'm not finna listen to you. And you finna come around here and pay a woman who has been tampered with and has been living on her own and talking about, I'm gonna pay a bride price for you? Shoot, I wish I would. Okay, he said that's Jewish folklore. That's what Tavon said that's gonna come from.
Yeah, that's true.
And Brother Marvin just said the same thing.
Please
So that's where that stuff come in at. You know what I'm talking about? Because at the end of the day, you're just being an adult. Because a man taking care of himself is not independent. He's just being responsible. At the end of the day, you got to take care of yourself. See, I told you this in the past. A woman has the leeway to be taken care of her entire life. You know what I'm saying? If it's done culturally responsibly, she can go from being taken care of by her father to be taken care of by a man. A man will never have that advent once he becomes a full-grown man. You know what I'm talking about? Now he got to take care of himself and others. He'll never have a life intentionally. Somebody's going to take care of me like when I was 7. That's why you have a lot of dudes now, they don't want to work. They want somebody to take care of them. You know what I'm saying? Because you run across a dude who's overly concerned with how much money you make, it's because he wants you to take care of him. You know what I'm saying? Not the advent that he care about how much money you make about, okay, if this was coming in the family, we finna set your money right here because I don't need you to take money from me. I need you to help me save some or possibly make some. But if he come in and he like, oh, you make how much money? Oh, that nigga finna be dropping you off to work. That's what he looking for. He looking to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Because you know why? Because every woman, I don't care how much money she make, she looking for a nigga to take care of her. Unless she just such a hardcore man in the heart that she know that she can't get no man who's going to take care of her. So she looking to be the man and the man to be her wife. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, Sister Mika. This is just the reality of life, of dynamics, interpersonal dynamic. Because guess what? There's nothing wrong with a woman wanting to be taken care of. But you a goddamn fool if you can pay a dowry price. And I wouldn't care. You might get it past if she was a virgin, but she should be living with her father if you're going to pay that. Matter of fact, the average man ain't finna ask you for no dowry for his daughter. You know why? Because he don't make a daughter do nothing. You know the only person make the daughter do something? The mama. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Your mama works you hard, let your brother have it easy. That's my point. Is that like that in every woman's family, every young woman's family? Not necessarily, because usually the daddy don't make the daughter earn anything like the mother do. The mother makes the daughter do everything. You know what I'm saying? I need you to scrub the house, cook the food, do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? I want you to do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. You know what I'm saying? Like you just steady going. He don't have to do nothing. That's why when he get older, now he wants you to take care of him. He don't want to go to work either. Now you done transition in your mind. You think every man like that. You know what I'm saying? And every man ain't like that. It's just that the situation was different. The father has supposed to make you do something but reward you. See, your mama not going to reward you for what you did. She going to tell you that's what you should have did. And would you say that's a fair assessment?
My house, I feel like it was both, but dad was at work like 90% of the time. So when dad was home, he was asleep.
Understandable, because if he was at work 90% of the time, I mean that man was going hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then that aspect, but how it's supposed to be done, if you're doing X, Y, Z, it's supposed to be some manner of reward for you. You know what I'm saying? Not just go do that. See, Mom Dukes is usually not going to reward you.
Yeah, and I feel like my brother kind of took a hit from that big time.
I can agree. I can believe it. I mean, it hinders a lot of young men and make them sorry. You know what I'm saying? Because the one who's supposed to instill that level of discipline in them is his daddy. His daddy's supposed to be like, hey, boy, I need you to go do this. I need you to take care of this. I need you to handle that. I need you to handle that. You know what I'm saying? Mom Duke's like, no, don't do him like that. You ain't got to do nothing. I do it for you. Now he don't want to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Then when he get to you, he care about, oh, you make 85,000. Oh, word. Now he want to lay up in the house. He think all he got to do is put his mouth on you and do some doggone bedroom gymnastics, and you're going to take care of him. You know what I'm saying? Because now he in your position of looking for someone to take care of him. Now, I just seen a lady say she seen a book about why men want to be needed. I ain't never feel like that in my entire life. I don't want nobody to need me. I can offer my services. If you don't want them, then fine. They don't give a damn. Do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be like, I need somebody to need me. That's not masculine. It's kind of gay. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because if you actually a masculine man, you don't have a need to be needed. You don't have a problem serving, but you don't have a need to be like you need to take care of somebody. You need to. That's not masculine. That's kind of feminine. That's insecurity and people pleasing. You know what I'm talking about?
It seems like they want to just throw what they eat, right? They feel like they're the man.
Yeah. You think if you do that, and that's usually dudes who get taken advantage of and then get on the internet crying about women all day. You know what I'm talking about? Ron said, and it's bad over here for young adults getting benefits and not working. He said in the UK, them boys ain't working. Over here, these boys getting on fentanyl. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know if they're getting on fentanyl. That's just what they say. Come on, Sid.
We just want me to finish reading Genesis 4.
Yes, sir.
Saying she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto Yahuwah, and Abel he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof. Yahuwah had respect unto Abel and to his offering. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect.
Girl, fix your face.
And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And Yahuwah said unto Cain, why are you wroth, and why is your countenance fallen? If you do well, shall you not be accepted? And if you do not well, sin lie at the door. And unto you his desire, and you shall rule over him.
Cain
Talk with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother
and did what?
Slew him.
And did what?
Slew him.
And Yahuwah said unto Cain,
where is Abel your brother? And he said, I know not.
I'm my brother's keeper.
And he said, what have you done? The voice of your brother's blood cry unto me from the ground.
And now
you curse from the earth.
Pause. He said, you do what?
You curse from the earth.
Remember, we just read that when you're talking about the works of the flesh. Man, that type of stuff would get you cursed. It's a couple things that let's go back and read the works of the flesh. Clearly, the works of the flesh are emblematic of who the devil is. And let's see, besides the murder, can you pinpoint the works of the flesh that this man actually exhibited in his behavior? So go ahead. You in Galatians 5 and 21. Read 20.
Say idolatry.
Which back up to 19. We need them all.
Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication.
Pause. So we know he ain't commit adultery and fornication, right? We know he didn't do that. So let's the next one.
Uncleanness.
But pause. What is uncleanliness? Tell him what uncleanliness is. Let's see if he participated in that. I would say that he did. His heart was unclean.
Akatharsia, that's uncleanness in a moral sense, the impurity of lustful, luxurious, profligate living of impure motives.
Impure motives. So we can see that. We can also see that he shed innocent blood. Obviously, he had feet that were swift to running the mischief. Obviously, he had a proud look because he became wroth and his countenance fell. Clearly, he wanted to sow discord among brethren, clearly because he killed his brother. You know what I'm talking about? And he lied. You knew where he was at, and you knew what you did. You know what I'm talking about? He did all them 7 abominations. If you want to look at Abel being that just man, he just didn't rise again. Continue. What's the next one?
Lasciviousness.
No, we don't say lasciviousness there because it wasn't no coochie involved. Come on.
Idolatry.
We can say idolatry. Why? Because he made himself his own idol in his own heart. Go ahead.
Witchcraft.
Hold on, you skipped something. Sound like
no.
Oh, witchcraft? No, we won't give him witchcraft.
Hatred.
Obviously hatred.
variance,
We obviously variance,
emulations, wrath,
obviously wrath,
strife,
obviously strife.
seditions,
And seditions is rebellion, so he did that also.
heresies. And then we got envyings,
Obviously envying,
murders,
clearly.
drunkenness, revelings, and such like.
And this is why you see him getting put out, away from everybody. You know what I'm talking about? But we looking at this for you to see that how he exhibits not the attributes of the Son of God. All those things aren't mentioned specifically, but you can see that in his deeds. That's why I say if you be Abraham's seed, you would do the works of Abraham, because everybody's not of the seed. This is why he actually told our people, you are not a people. But then he'll come back later and say, but you are the sons of the living Alahym. What you looking for? A cup? Salt? Oh, something. Maybe on the other side. Go ahead.
As I have told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the Malkuth of
Okay, now
Alahym.
come back to Genesis chapter 4. Read verse 11 again. I'm mentioning that because if you won't enter into the kingdom of Alahym, you cursed. Because remember, he said those that don't know the law are cursed. So if you don't know Yahuwah, then you would be damned. Go ahead.
And now you curse from the earth, which have opened her mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you till the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto you her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall you be in the earth.
Notice that he said, when you work the ground, you won't get no fruit. So what does that take us to? It would take you to the aspect of the parable of the sower to a certain extent. You got certain people that no matter how much work they do on the word, it ain't going to produce nothing for them because their heart's not right. Now tell them what a fugitive and a vagabond is. You know what a vagabond is, son? Can you spell vagabond?
To fugitive is nuah, that's to quiver, to totter, to shake, to reel, stagger, wander, move, sift, to make move, to wave, to waver, to tremble.
It's somebody who trembles and moves around. He's scared. He ain't a fugitive like he's running from the law. He can't run from the law if he's getting chastised. And a vagabond?
It's the same word.
So it's the same word, a wanderer, or somebody who's toddling or falling. A sinner. That's what you is. You're going to be a wandering sinner all the days of your life. Go ahead, man. Look what he tried to say.
And Cain said unto Yahuwah, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
Oh, look at that. I can't take it.
Behold, you have driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from your face shall I be hid. And
look what he said. And in your face I'll be what?
Hid.
Ain't that go back to what we were talking about in Proverbs chapter 1? Man, once this man hide his face from you, you done. Do you also realize what Cain also is at this particular point?
Reprobate.
He is reprobate. He has been rejected. See, this is another aspect. This is how you can see he's of the wicked one. The thing that you want to see, was he of the wicked one, was his conduct. I don't even think we read John 8:44 yet. Go back. Give you 39 and just run it till you get to 44. We come back.
They answered and said unto him, Abraham is our father. Yahushua said unto them, if you were Abraham's children, you would do the works of Abraham. But now you seek to kill me, a man that have told you the truth, which I have heard of Alahym. This did not Abraham. You do the deeds of your father. Then said they to him, we be not born of fornication. We have one Abba, Alahym. Yahushua said unto them, if Alahym were your Abba, you would love me, for I proceed forth and came from Alahym. Neither came I of myself, but he sent me. Why do you not understand my speech? Because you cannot hear my word. You are of your father, the devil.
And the lust
of your father you will do.
Did not Cain do the lust of his father? What was those lusts, sir? Don't continue.
He was a murderer from the beginning.
He was a what?
A murderer from the beginning.
So obviously we can see this is how Cain is of the wicked one.
And abode not in the truth.
Obviously we can see that Cain didn't abide in
because there's no truth in him.
Because there wasn't no word in.
When he speak a lie, he speak of his own. For he is a liar and the father of it.
Then what it mean when he said if you commit sin, you are the devil? Because that means the faithfulness, that means the love and kindness of the Kased of Alahym ain't in you. It ain't in you. That's why I say I know you. You ain't got the Abahab of Alahym in you. There ain't nothing faithful about you. Ain't nothing good about you. Nothing. What's Genesis 4:15 mean? We ain't got there yet. Come on with it.
And because
we on the way though.
And because I tell the truth, you believe me not.
Oh, that's good. Come on back to Genesis 4:13.
And Cain said unto Yahuwah, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, you have driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from your face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass, everyone that find me shall slay me. And Yahuwah said unto him, therefore, whosoever slay Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And Yahuwah set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him.
Paul. Now he would say, what does this mean? That means Yahuwah, tell him what mark is right there, man. Basically, Yahuwah set him up that if you put your hands on him, you gonna die.
He still showed him mercy.
Yeah, you showed mercy to him. That's what people don't realize. This man committed murder. Remember what he says. He can forgive sin and iniquity, but by no means clear the guilty. You know how we know he forgave sin and iniquity here? Because he didn't kill Cain. So he forgave him, but he didn't escape the punishment. We can't say he didn't forgive him because for committing murder, what is the punishment? Did he kill him? He didn't kill him. Cain's supposed to die. He kept Cain alive, but he punished him though, severely. And look at what he turned around and said, man. What's mark in that passage?
That's oath.
Oath.
Sign or signal, distinguishing mark.
He put a distinguishing mark, or he made a covenant with him instead of saying, don't touch it. Now you got to ask yourself this question: who the only people who would have came and touched him? We're gonna see. Keep going, because this is why we came here.
And Cain went from the presence of Yahuwah and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch. And he built a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch.
And under Enoch
was born Arad, and Arad begat Mahujael, and Mahujael begat Methusael, and Methusael begat Lamech.
And Lamech took unto him
2 wives. The name of the one Ada, and the other name
now,
of the other. I'm
gonna tell y'all something
Salah.
too, right? You know, a lot of people say, "Well, who did he marry in the land of Nod?" It didn't say that people was in Nod. It didn't even say he married somebody as soon as he got to Nod. You just seen he go to land of Nod, and then they say he knew his wife. You don't know the gap between him going to Nod and his wife to begin with, because obviously those people were marrying their siblings. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't got to like it. You go to, well, why is it wrong then? Shut your mouth. Well, who the hell else they were gonna marry, nigga?
Nigga was saying that if the two,
Indeed, sir. Indeed.
I guess nigga was trying to understand if it was in the law why they couldn't do it then. It should have been the same. That's what nigga came.
I mean, it's the aspect of there were some things that he allowed and then he didn't allow it anymore. You know what I'm talking about? Because obviously you're gonna mate. If I done made 2 people, you're gonna have to mate with each other. There's no way around that. You know what I'm saying? The only way you're gonna be, that's why people try to say he wasn't the only person, but you'd have to go to XYZ to go along with that. Yahuwah never said that it was other people. Only thing we're gonna be able to do is insinuate, intimate, speculate, and deviate to be able to come up with that. I mean, shoot, he came of himself. He had sex with himself. You know what I'm talking about? She literally is flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone. That's what he said.
Like I was saying, they were saying about meaning all their kids married each other. That's what nigga was trying to say.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
See, you know what a lot of people who in the word don't want to say is that's what happened. Because they feel like that's sick, that's nasty, nigga. That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter. I don't care what you think about it. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened, brother. They married their siblings.
Well, nobody else out here.
Who else he gonna marry?
I mean, if you think about it, we all cousins. Down the line.
Everybody on earth is related in some shape, form, or fashion. You know what I'm talking about? I don't care what nationality people you is. You're related because you come from Ham, and Yafet. So everybody related. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody is related. Because them were brothers. Were they not? So that means any child they got, they would have been their uncle, correct? Which means their children would have been cousins. So everybody cousins. And there's no way around that. And you know why? Because we finna get to it. Because that means if they all whose sons? Noah's sons, then that means they Adam's sons. So everybody is related. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what nationality you is, you all tied in to the same person, which is Noah and then Adam.
Now that you say that too, if you try to go with that, that means the people that was there before want to fall under the curse of Noah.
There's no way. They couldn't have fell under it. See, that's the part
that's it.
That's the part of it. If there was other people, they free from the curse of Adam. So that means they're not going to die, which means they also free from everything that Yahuwah got going on, which means Yahuwah lied.
Niggas be trying to refute the fact. Niggas will try to go and say incest wrong in the law. So it had to be other people because Yahuwah wouldn't stamp them sleeping with their brothers and sisters.
But obviously, we know that's not the case because Abraham was married to his sister, and Yahuwah ain't had no problem with it.
That was wrong. But if you go with his people that's already alive, they're not from Adam. Therefore, they not made.
See, he gave that. This is what he did on this. He gave this instruction once the people were established as a people before me. Now you don't have to do X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying? You have to do that now. I'm establishing you as a people. Don't mess with your sister. Don't mess. And remember the caveat he put on that. That's what the Kenites in here doing. Y'all not finna come over here and do that. I'm finna make y'all distinct from them. Y'all not doing that. You know what I'm talking about? Simple as that. The same way people in this day and time cringe at marrying cousins, and people have still married cousins to this day. Because I told you before, technically cousins are not considered to be immediate relatives. That's a diluting of a gene pool. You know what I'm talking about? People don't realize that. You know what I'm saying? You could be first cousins, but at the end of the day, y'all not that closely related. And you know why I learned that at? Not because of dealing with the word. ND said Yahuwah suffered a lot and changed. Absolutely, me. You know why I learned that at? When I went to prison. And when they put on there like certain stuff, and it had to be immediate family members. And when they said immediate, they meant parents, siblings, wife, children. Grandparents are not even considered immediate family members. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up and down, they was like parents, wife, kids, siblings. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Because I told you before, you look at a cousin, if it's your uncle, well, that other woman who we had that child with, that dilutes that gene pool. You know what I'm talking about? So you're not closely tied in versus if you went to your brother or sister and y'all share parents. That gene pool is not diluted. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely not diluted. So it's a difference. You know what I'm talking about? That's what, like I said, God bless Brother Smoke. That's why you seen what we talked about it, who he told Jacob to go get. His cousin. He said, go to your mother, brother, people, and marry one of your cousins. Because that means he told him, go to your uncle and marry your cousin. That means Rachel and Leah was his cousins. There's nowhere in the text where he tells nobody, don't fool with your cousin. Now, that's why I'm not telling nobody to go fool with their cousin. Because, I mean, it'd be different if you was raised with your cousin. That'd probably be kind of weird for you. You know what I'm talking about? But you're not a cousin is not an immediate relative. Because you know why? Because when that cousin have a child, that child that cousin has is not a first cousin. It's a what? It's a second cousin. That means it's further removed from you. You know what I'm talking about? That's more diluting of the gene pool. Because the more cousins that your cousins have, most of y'all don't share family resemblance. You know what I'm saying? Because you bringing in other people into the gene pool versus maybe if it's your first cousin, maybe if it's your brother, you know what I'm saying? Your nieces and nephews, they may have a chance to have a better chance at resembling the family because of that particular genetic person in the line. But man, yeah, them ain't your close relatives. You know what I'm saying? But that's where that come from. They ain't say nothing about it. Was some women around now. You got strong. Who look like your cousin?
So that's not his second cousin.
I can't remember. My mother's runner just asked, were they related on the? I think he said that was what he said Sarah was. I think he said that was his mother. I can't remember.
It's not against the law here if you marry like your cousin.
Oh, no, it's not against the law here for you to marry your cousin. I mean, it ain't against the law here for you to marry your siblings.
What about incest is against the law?
I think incest is with your parents.
Yeah, incest is kids. That ain't sibling.
That's right. He said the daughter of. Thank you, Mika. He said the daughter of his father, but not his mother. Same seed, different womb. You know, that's what they say they like to do in the back hills of Alabama. to mate with their brother and sister.
Alabama, Mississippi.
That's what they say. I don't know if them people do that for real. How you was there? You was watching?
No, but it's like I believe it.
Saying they resemble each other.
That's all they got up.
It's a family. They did a documentary on that's like in Virginia. Like
Oh yeah, West Virginia.
You know,
I
like
seen
these
the
white
West
people,
Virginia.
they all weird. I forgot what they call it, but they DNA and all that. They look
Yeah.
weird, but they all make each other.
That's wild.
That's what happened though.
It's a
Start mixing that
city
DNA like
in
that.
Texas, like where black people not supposed to go. It's like a city of like 500 Caucasians. They gotta be sleep. They gotta be letting them sleeping together because how you? It's only 500 of y'all.
Nigga, they got a car.
No, but they be real to their selfishness. So that's
How you know? You be over there with them?
that's what I'm saying. No.
You over there with them.
They say Ohio, Rhode Island, New Jersey still legal.
It said in Ohio, Rhode Island, and New Jersey, you can still boink your sister
And your mama now.
and your mama and them.
Matter what they say. Who your who's?
They say we don't serve you. Who? Come on, mama.
Come on, see, it's right.
Price is right. Genesis 4:7. I just seen a dude say today, that's always weird to me, women calling a man daddy. I'd be like, they call him daddy because he done took her place. You know what I'm saying? They say, I'm your daddy now.
You can't give it away. Like.
I'm your daddy now.
No way you say.
Yeah, buddy said, that's weird to me.
You know who you call his daddy. That's why nigga, you ain't being no daddy. You being a pussy.
I know that, but you got people that not even in sexual contact. Niggas say he got a problem with that, but niggas walk around calling their old lady big mama, ma, now go to hell. You know what I'm talking about? You might want to hear that. Little mama. You know what I'm saying? Some of them old people will come in the house and directly call. At this point, they didn't have children. She called him daddy. If she did, is she wrong? He mad because I guess ain't nobody came in the house and called him big daddy. He upset.
She in the praying when she see him.
You know, that's what the older ladies come in there. Big daddy coming. He a granddaddy now. That's what they call him. That big daddy house. You get big daddy his food. They ain't even got nothing to do with no sexual connotation or nothing. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just talking about old, especially old Southern people. They talk like that. See, younger people, you put a sexual connotation to it. You know what I'm saying? The older people be like, that's your daddy. He a granddaddy. That big daddy. Get big daddy his food. Same way you come in there. You niggas sat around there and watch Big Mama's house. Some of you go to your grandma and call her Big Mama. Don't say nothing. What's up, little guy? I don't know. Can you?
My mom asked.
No. The framework of your question. I don't know. Can you go to the bathroom?
Yes.
But is that how you frame a request?
Please, can I go to the bathroom?
Do you have to urinate or defecate?
What's to defecate mean?
I mean,
Don't tell me.
I mean, boo boo.
No.
So you got to urinate.
Pee.
So you got to urinate.
Yes.
Do you know what urinate means?
No.
So how you know you got to urinate?
I don't know.
I'm trying to teach him new words.
It's not time. My bladder full.
My bladder full. Come on, man. There's a point. Bird, you got to defecate? Come on.
And Adab bare Jabal, he was the father of such as dwell in tents, and of such have cattle. And his brother's name was Jubal. He was the father of all such as handle the harp and organ.
This is Genesis 4:21, by the way, because this nigga don't like to tell y'all where he at. You heard Michael? Sure don't.
Put that on the record. That's on the record.
Michael say sure don't.
You don't be paying attention.
Damn. Michael say that's going to be a strike. Well, you're going to lose a nipple. Come on. You know that nigga a cutter. Come on, man.
In Zillah, she also bare Tubal-Cain, an instructor of every artificer in brass and iron. And the sister of Tubal-Cain was Naamah.
And Lamech
said unto his wives, Ada and Zillah, hear my voice, you wives of Lamech, hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding, and the young man to my hurt.
If Cain
shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 70 and sevenfold.
Pause. I want y'all to look at something, man. I want you to pause for a moment. I want you to look at Genesis 4:16 to Genesis 4:24, and I want you to tell me what stands out. Number one, I want you to tell me what you're looking at. Once you identify what you're looking at, then you can identify what stands out from what you're looking at.
You said through 21?
16 to 24. First thing first, you need to identify what you're looking at. After you identify what you're looking at, then you can be able to tell me the importance of what it is you're looking at. But you have to identify what you're looking at first.
Like the lineage of Cain.
You're looking at the lineage of Cain. So now after you've identified that you're looking at the lineage of Cain, what is important about that? Maybe I'll read verse 25. That'll help you out. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son and called his name Seth, for Alahym have appointed me another seed instead of Abel, whom Cain slew. And Seth to him also was born a son, and he called his name Enos, and then began men to call upon the name of Yahuwah. And I'm going to read you Genesis 5:1. Maybe this will help you with your identification. This, the book of the generations of Adam, and the day that Alahym created man, and the likeness of Alahym made he him. Male and female created he them, and baruched them, and called their name Adam in the day when they were created. Adam lived 130 years and begat in his own likeness after his image, and called his name Seth. And the days of Adam after he begotten Seth were 800 years. He begat sons and daughters, and all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. And Seth lived 105 years and begat Enos. And Seth lived after he begat Enos 807 years and begat sons and daughters. Now, what is the significance of looking at Cain's lineage?
He was killed by his descendants.
I was gonna say since Cain still from Adam, everybody now they still from Cain. They just be sinners, right? Could you say that?
Not necessarily. Now, says one the sons of God and the other isn't, and he would be right.
He wasn't mentioning.
That's what I was hitting. As far as you can't be a son of God.
Notice, because you see Cain's lineage is separate from Adam's. So you know what we look at when you look at Cain's lineage? Their name is written where? In the earth. Because that's what he said, right? He would curse from the face of the earth. Yahuwah hid his face from him. Cain lineage is separate. You know what we get into? This is where you get your daughters of men from.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? This is who the sons of God end up came and fooling with. Or what you're gonna we just gonna get there. I got you from here. We just gonna. I just want you to see where the daughters of men come from.
The first
only difference is who didn't tell him not to fool with him. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna lead to what you hitting at, because what you gonna eventually get to is you're unequally yoked. How do we know they're unequally yoked? Because men didn't start calling, because we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Men didn't start calling upon the name of Yahuwah until when? Till Seth. What is it? It specifically makes the reference that Seth is in whose what? Image and likeness. So that means that Seth would be considered to be the what? The son of God. Because he come from who? Adam, who was of who? The only begotten of God, as far as flesh and blood man is concerned. You know what I'm talking about? Adam was not born of man or woman. Adam was made of God, and Seth come from he who was made of God. And he's in his image and likeness. And remember, Adam got the law, and guess what he did? Adam taught Seth, Seth taught Enos. Get him Romans 10 and 11 on general principle.
It says Cain went outside the presence of the Lord. That means
that's right, Quran.
Cain ain't got no word.
That's right. Cain ain't got no word. Right. Cain ain't got no word. How else are you going to see a world permeated with perversion? Because Cain's people ain't got no word. You see that because what Lamech said he did. He killed the man. Also, you see the difference in the aspect of wives with Cain's on, because Cain's line got a couple. You know what I'm talking about? When you slide down Adam's line, you don't see that. You know what I'm talking about? I see them. That's just paying attention to certain nuances of certain things. You know what I'm talking about? And I just mentioned that, not saying that Yahuwah castigated Lamech because he had a couple. We just talking about, you see that in Cain's line, you don't see that in Adam's line. Because at that point, when once Cain committed murder, remember, he's reprobate, he's rejected. You're not part of the generations of the sons of God. Why? Going back to what we were talking about, you can't be the son of the morning and be a sinner, because Cain was born of the son of God. He technically would be considered a son of God, would he not? But nevertheless, because of his deeds, he was reprobate, he was rejected. He is no longer a son. He's a bastard. He's not even counted in the genealogy whatsoever, meaning he was cut off. You know what I'm saying? You can't be cut off and still be a son at the same time. That's not how that works. And your law just shows you that.
So you can say the first, like, what's it called?
Go ahead. Where you at?
Romans 10 and 11.
Romans 10 and 11. 10 and 9, actually.
So that if you shall confess with your mouth the Lord Yahushua and shall believe in your heart that Alahym have raised him from the dead, you shall be saved.
Listen.
For with the heart man believe unto righteousness, and with the mouth confession is made unto salvation.
So you can see that with Enos, if he calling on the name of Yahuwah, has he not done that? Go ahead.
Say, for what Scripture saith, whoso believe on him shall not be ashamed. For there is no difference between the Yahudim and the Greek.
I want y'all to understand something. That Adam didn't have to call on the name of Yahuwah like man did. He already knew him. He already knew him. Now, Seth didn't already know him. So clearly, Adam would have to teach Seth about whom he already know. And that's why you can see Kadash Abba, the world have not known you, but I have known you. Adam knew him already. Go ahead.
For there is no difference between the Yahudim and the Greek, for the same Lord over all is rich unto all that call upon him. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved.
Whosoever call the name on the who?
Of the Lord shall be saved.
You see, that's what happened with Seth and Enos. They were good. See, Cain couldn't do that. And guess what else Cain was Cain? Cain was the firstborn. You know what I'm talking about? So the inheritance of Adam would have went to Cain. Now, you know, Quran just mentioned it like is in the likeness with Esau. You know what I'm saying? And the only slight variance between that when Esau willfully rejected an inheritance and Cain was just envious that Yahuwah accepted his brother and not him. And it was simply because why? Because his deeds were evil, as the writer of the epistle of John said. As John said, he said his deeds, this nigga just was wicked as hell. You know what I'm saying? And notice that his wickedness was no deeds that you could read of. It was the wickedness that was in his heart. And how do we know that? Huh? No, Cain. Because remember, he said his countenance was raw and his face fell when Abel was accepted and he wasn't. You know what I'm talking about? So his heart got revealed in that day. And that's why Yahuwah told him, if you do well, then you'll be accepted. If not, sin. At the end of the day, it was almost the same situation with him sitting there with his face balled up. You ain't even really get chastised, whooped, or nothing. You just got told that, no, you can't do that. But in your anger, because he got accepted and you didn't, you actually revealed what was in your heart, which was cold-blooded, unadulterated murder. Envy, jealousy, and strife, and contention, and all these abominable things that were resting in you. You know, the 6 things that Yahuwah hates, even 7 are an abomination. They were resting in your heart. You know what I'm saying? And he showed that even more so when he looked at him and said, am I my brother's guard? When he turned around and says, am I supposed to keep my brother? Like I told you, we say I'm my brother's keeper, but in reality, that was a sarcastic, smart-aleck retort back to Yahuwah. Where your brother at? I'm my brother's keeper. I'm supposed to keep. I don't keep up with that nigga. That's what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? That's why I told you I don't really use that term. I don't want to be associated with that term. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's what a sucker nigga said. And disrespect to God for a man he killed who ain't do nothing to him. That's why the epistle letter to the Galatians in chapter 4 states how those that are of the Ruach are persecuted by the children of the flesh, as it is this day. That's why Proverbs tell you the just are an abomination to the unjust, and the unjust are an abomination to the just. There's never going to if you are unjust man, then them 7 abominations gonna be in your heart towards the just every day of your life. Every day of your life, you're gonna hate righteous men. You're gonna hate them. It's in you to do it. You're a goofy, you're a coward, you're a pussy. You know what I'm saying? There's something wrong with you. Your internal makeup ain't right.
What would be the reason that he brought a sacrifice that was unacceptable?
Hold on. Say Yahuwah brought his heart right on the forefront, and he was a hater from the beginning. Indeed, just like the devil. Say that one more time.
What was in his heart for him not to bring an acceptable sacrifice outside of the?
Oh, I mean, with that one there, you just sitting back, just outright sedation. I want to rebel. I know what to bring. I don't want to bring it. Take this. Or like what you see with Eli's sons, they despise the sacrifices of Yahuwah. Take this.
So you just ain't bring the best.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'll take this.
I was just asking that you kind of like describing his birthright as well.
Now, not on that one there with the sacrifices, it really just showed how he would rather keep what he wanted for Yahuwah and give Yahuwah what was left over. You know what I'm saying? I want the best for myself. You take this.
That's like what they did in Acts 5.
Yeah. Keeping it back of the price of the offering. You know what I'm saying? Only difference is Cain ain't lie.
Yeah. That was my last. Would he be considered the first son of Belial?
Oh yeah, he was worthless from the start. Yeah. That's how we know. That's why he say he was of the wicked one. You know what I'm talking about? Come on with it, sir. Romans 10 and what verse you in?
14.
10 and 14. Listen to it. He need to hold on. I need to finish that before I lose my train of thought.
Say, how then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed?
See, listen. Enos and Seth couldn't call on him whom they have not believed.
And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard?
How they gonna believe on him if they have not heard?
And how shall they hear without a preacher?
And Adam was their preacher. And how can they preach?
Except they be sent.
Because how beautiful
are the feet of them that preach the gospel of shalom and bring glad tidings of good things.
Well, no, they were supposed to kill everything. And they kept stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that was all. They were supposed to kill everything and everybody. And he kept some of the good sheep back, talking about we go. That's why people take that statement that obedience is better than sacrifice and run with it when he was talking about, I told you to kill all them people. I would have rather you killed all them animals than to bring them to me and sacrifice them to me, because that's not what I told you to do. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of people like to run to that with other stuff, which, you know, it can be applicable in a lot of situations, but directly in that situation is because I want you to kill all the Amalekites. I want you to kill all their cattle, all their beasts, and I want you to kill every man there and don't spare nobody. And he left the king alive. He left Agag alive and spared the animals that they wanted to keep. And said, oh, we kept them so we could sacrifice them to you, Lord. He said, nigga, you should have. I ain't asked you to do that. And that goes in the aspect, like I was telling you, people jump up. Well, if ain't nobody teaching, then somebody got to do it. But if he ain't told you to do it, why did you volunteer? You know what I'm saying? See, we'll jump up. And if you want to do something, you'll figure out a way to do it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You'll figure out a way to do it. Like I said, because I know we were talking about this last night or Wednesday night, whatever night it was. I didn't want y'all to understand that that's not no angels dropping no meat off. And this also go to show that most people don't read the law, don't look at the law, because the law is telling you who the daughters of men are. Most brews won't even tell you that Cain genealogy is there. You don't think over time that these people began to mate with this man churn? So the daughters of men just had to be regular people and the sons of God had to be angels slinging wee-wee? And you got people around here thinking the angels sitting in heaven like, boy, I need to slide down there and get that. Look at the booty on that girl right there. Boy, well, you a goddamn fool, man. In the literal sense, you got to be stupid if you think spiritual creatures are sitting in heaven thinking about who coochie they gonna slide up in. Yeah, that's what we meant. That's all it is. You just throwing Greek mythology in there, man. You trying to make Yahuwah be on that type of time. Yahuwah people ain't in it. Look here, man. Them unclean spirits, unclean. They ain't looking for no booty, do though. They ain't looking for no booty. Them more looking to make your life a living hell. That's what they ought to do. You know how they'll make your life a living hell with some booty? Bring an old, wicked, no good woman with a nice frame your way and tempt you and hope you weaken the flesh and go around there and drop some meat off in it and be tied to it for the rest of your days. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about a good, wicked woman too. See, most of y'all ain't never seen a good, wicked woman. You think you done seen a good, wicked. I'm talking about a good, wicked woman, man. You know what I'm talking about? You got some women who wicked and they don't even cheat on their husband. I'm talking about that type of wicked woman. I'm talking about a type of wicked woman that make your spirit drop at the thought of her name. You know what I'm talking about? You ever seen a woman make somebody's life that miserable? Yeah, that's a different breed of woman, man. All day long, my G. All day long. You got right here, the angels did have sex with women. Sit your stupid behind up, nigga. How you know they had sex with women? You inspect an angel penis, boy? Dudes ain't never seen an angel and you think he got a penis? But guess what? They'll turn around and tell you, God ain't got one. He's a spirit. This, that. Shut up. You'll turn around and say he a spirit, but the angel's got a penis. We talked about this on Wednesday, man. In order for angels to have sex, what do angels got to have? Blood. He got to be flesh and blood. Spirit can't enter. Well, how did the Holy Ghost? Shut your stupid behind up, nigga. Man, this man can speak and fill a woman's womb up with 17 children if that's what he wants. That's right. Go on and get it for him, man. 1 Corinthians 15 and 33. You niggas crazy. It is a week. You know why? You know why they come up with that, Tommy, man? Because they don't understand how giants got there. But then, of course, we know that word giants translates to what? Y'all remember? A bully, a tyrant. It don't even translate to no large human being. That means that in that day, there was wicked men who were tyrants. When you look at the reality, that's what Cain was. That he was a tyrant. He was a bully. But come on, son.
Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners. Awake to righteousness and sin not. For some have not the knowledge of Alahym. I speak to your shame.
I got you too low, too high. Give me about 37.
And that which you sow not that body that shall be, but bear grain it may chance of wheat or of some other. But Alahym give it a body as it hath pleased him, and to every seed his own body. All flesh not the same flesh, but one flesh of men, another flesh of beasts, another of fishes, another of birds. Also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial. But the esteem of the celestial one, the esteem of the terrestrial another.
Tell them what celestial and terrestrial mean. Notice that he said the esteem of these bodies are different. The esteem of these bodies are different. Hold on now. Don't he tell you not to mix diverse seeds? Ask yourself this question. How can an angel, which is a ruach, which is a flame of fire, impregnate flesh and blood, dust and ashes? Because a dog can't get a doggone cat pregnant. The same way a cat can't get a giraffe pregnant. A rhino can't get a lion pregnant because they got different makeups. They got different makeup. Then on top of that, the angel ain't got no seed. What seed he got? Angels don't reproduce. When you read in that Matthew 20, and he say the children of the resurrection will be like the angels, they're not giving in the marriage. They're like, no, they ain't what that mean. It meant exactly what he said. Bro, you got dudes think you're going to be in the kingdom of heaven giving back shots. They think it's going to be dudes in heaven with God there that you're going to be butt naked slinging meat. You got to be the dumbest jackass in the history of mankind to think you're going to be in the presence of the living God pulling your wee-wee out to my, come here, girl, let me get something. I'm feeling good tonight. Now you on some Holly Berry, make me feel good. Somebody ought to find the biggest cinder block in the world and slap you right upside your head with it. You know what I'm talking about? 70 birds. You got them doggone mothers, they ready to kill themselves for 70 birds. You could have found you 70 women on earth. Boy, you ain't have to blow yourself up. They may have not been virgins, though. That's how you know dudes be horny. You willing to kill yourself at the hopes of interdimensional sex?
But say 70 girls in the metaverse.
It's 70 girls in the metaverse waiting for me. I'm telling you right now, ain't a woman on earth gonna blow herself up for 70 penises. I guarantee you that. Boy, it's not a woman on earth that's gonna kill herself in the hopes of intergalactic penis. It ain't happening. I'm trying to tell you right now, interdimensional penis. Afterlife penis? You mean to tell me if I go here and blow myself up, I can get 70 wee-wees? She like, well, shoot, I just stay here with my one.
Or multiple.
You know what I'm saying? She like this here. This ain't worth it. This don't sell like a fair exchange. You know what I'm talking about? I told you this before. Men trick with crackheads on purpose. You understand me? I'm not talking about by accident. On purpose. And you will meet men who sell narcotics and tell you you ain't a real drug dealer unless you done this. Y'all see some of them reels where they be clowning, talking about, you know what I'm saying, when you trick with a crackhead, all that type of stuff. You ain't never, ever gonna hear about no woman tricking with no crackhead. On purpose? You got women who been with crackheads and she didn't know she was with one, or she knew she was with one, but she was in denial, but like really standing outside hustling. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some chicks who be out here hustling, and he come up like, you know what? You know, I'm short, baby. You know what I'm saying? You know. Let me give you some head. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, you know, let me knock you down. You know what I'm saying? Give me a dime. I'll give you some. That's not happening.
They got a basis of this.
That's not happening. I'm just being honest with you. Hey, you funny. It's not happening. You know. It's plenty of dudes that been out there and been like, you know what? I ain't got. Look here, man. My homeboy didn't used to want to. You would, if you ain't know the lady smoke, you wouldn't think that this lady was a nurse, and that lady was fine. She used to come cop from us. We was on Buckman. I'm not for the treat. I want my money. You know what I'm talking about? Keep your vagina. I want my money. You know what I'm talking about? Look here, man. You know how many boys, if she look good enough, well, I got photo for you. What you trying to do? Yeah, man. Why no dudes ain't even make no money? They tricked off their whole bomb, man. Messing with bases, man. Boy, ain't no woman doing that. Ain't doing it. They ain't doing it. He said Goliath wasn't even a little dry. The Masoretic text, he was 9 feet. The Septuagint and Dead Sea Scrolls say 6'6". Yeah. I remember we talked about that, man. And they say men smarter than women. He said, I heard a dude say, you ain't from Philly unless you slept with one. I'm trying to tell you that's how them boys live, man. It really just go to show that for the most part, because let's not get it twisted. Women like to have sex just as much, if not more than men, but they got boundaries that they not willing to cross. In that area, because let's not get it twisted. There's some women get their body away to do, shoot, she might as well have been tricking with a basic. You know what I'm saying? You were borderline doing it. You just doing it for free. You know what I'm talking about? Because the worst thing you could do is just be around here tossing coochie all over the place with a wet behind and a dry pocket. That just don't make no sense. You know what I'm talking about? You losing all the way around the bowl, baby. You got to do better than that. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be a hoe, get paid. I always tell women that. My whole life. If you're going to be a hoe, then you need to get paid. Because why are you hoeing for free? You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. You slept with 10 dudes this month, you ain't getting nothing? You wild. You know what I'm talking about? Just imagine if you would have got $20 every time, baby. You could have bought you some shoes. What that nigga told him about, what he said, you could have bought a pizza. You know what I'm saying? You going too far. No, because I remember I just told the dude this earlier. It's the same thing with sin, man. If you're going to be out here sinning, you might as well be out here sinning. Go all the way with it. Live how you want. Don't live halfway and go to hell. Enjoy yourself. Don't get up with a wet behind and a dry pocket. See, some people be like, yeah, you going to preach the word and tell people that, man, people going to do what they want to do. So if you want to do something, I'm going to tell you, well, shoot, go all the way out with it, baby. If you're going to smoke crack, man, make sure you get the good stuff, man. Stop going around there buying that water whip. Them boy got that good dope around the corner. Go over there and get it. Yeah, well, that was your song right there, huh? Do it big. I don't even remember that song. You know it. Go ahead and hit it. Ain't after my time, nigga. Shoot, nigga, Fat Boy played them niggas like he knew in person. That's when he had Wham in the Lincoln. So, you know, that was getting played. You know what I'm saying? I need somebody after my time, nigga. You got how's it going after my time, nigga? Nigga, I was 19. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was last night you were on a little vibe. That boy pulled out some.
No, because it was I forgot what.
Pulled out D'Angelo.
I want to read because it hit my mind because I had Marquis Houston. I ain't know nothing about no Marquis Houston. What about that? Whoa, them niggas get tempered.
RJ, what his name?
Oh, that's
That's the same. I'm the same.
Nah, I mean that's 2004. It's not because Marcus Houston was out in the 90s.
You said bro 95.
That was D'Angelo, but Marcus Houston was out then. We didn't mention the Marcus Houston songs. Nigga, we talking about niggas being outside in the rain. Talking about if he had one wish, they'd be best friends. You know what I'm talking about? You. That nigga, I'm talking about the video. This nigga outside, boy, you don't get pneumonia. You better go lay down. Them niggas need to lay down too. That's probably why Bobby Brown on coke right now. Shoot, he still was outside in the rain. He didn't know he wasn't in the group. He was still outside. You know what I'm saying? I know what Johnny used to be on. When Johnny used to be around here like this here. He want Superman in that hoe. That's what you was on.
No, not Soldier.
Yeah, you were playing it.
I mean, that was the area.
I was in prison.
What's at least I'm honest.
I was in prison. I heard that junk on the radio, man. I threw my headphones, man. I said, man, what is this junk? Yeah, you love every minute of it, didn't you? Come on, man. Around here looking like this here. This nigga probably was 110 pounds with 2 bricks in his pocket. Them big behind clothes, man. I gotta get my tall teeth. Look at you. You were wearing them too, wasn't you?
Yeah, she had a jersey.
Jersey dress.
Well, I can't say that because niggas my age was wearing jersey dresses.
Huh?
Damn, they were. What you mean, huh?
Oh, I was thinking you meant men were wearing them. Oh,
What do you call niggas dirty?
yeah, that is true.
That's a general term.
I mean, shoot, some of them women was niggas. They weren't ladies. Not in the purest sense.
Grown was wearing jerseys?
I mean, grown, we were teenagers
Yeah.
and in our early 20s. You gotta remember this 2001, 2002. Y'all niggas might have been 10 and 11. Nigga, we was in our early 20s, so that's who they was marketing that trash to. You know, that's when them niggas started wearing them NBA jeans, which now if you wear them now, you mean you smoke rocks. Right. Not no NBA jeans. He did, didn't he? I wear patchwork jeans. Yeah. You see clearly?
He was telling me.
Straight up.
That nigga said, is that coming think of it? That was somebody coming think of it.
I don't wear no NBA jeans now. Yeah, them polo jeans now. You get your mind together. It's a little D squared too. Ask about it. You know what I'm talking about? What? Well, them jeans didn't look good back then. I ain't gonna tell you no lie, but I just seen a pair of Louis Vuitton jeans that had patches on them. Whole wanted $3,500 for them. I wonder what kind of denim that is at they $3,500, boy. Because that got to be some self-cooling denim.
It's that Robin jeans in.
I don't know what the hell they got in them, but I don't know what type of denim cost $3,500. Come on, man, where you at?
Was that 1 Corinthians 15? That celestial is epireneos that's existing in Alahym.
So celestial means that which exists in heaven. Next one.
And terrestrial is epigeos that's existing upon the earth.
And that which exists on the earth. Now I want you to do something for me, man. I want you to read me Ezekiel chapter 9:1.
He cried also in my ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them to have charge over the city to draw near, every man his destroying weapon in his hand. And behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lie toward the north, and every man a slaughter weapon in his hand, and one man among them
Oh, I
clothed
got you in the wrong place. It's Ezekiel 8 you need to be. 8 and 1. That's what you need to be. Ezekiel 8 and 1.
And it came to pass in the 6th year, in the 6th and the 5th of the month, I sat in my house, and the elders of Yehuda sat before me, that the hand of Yahuwah Alahym fell there upon me. Then I beheld, and lo, a likeness has the appearance of fire.
The likeness of the appearance of what?
Of fire.
Give me Psalms 104 and 4.
Who make his Malachims, Ruachs, as ministers, a flame of fire.
Listen, so that's what he said. If he's seen somebody who had the appearance, a likeness of the appearance of fire, what is Ezekiel looking at? So how Malachim got a wee and some semen and some blood and some water in it? Come on, man. Ezekiel 8 and 2.
Then I beheld, and lo, a likeness has the appearance of fire, from the appearance of his loins even downward, fire, and from his loins even upward, as the appearance of brightness, as the color of amber.
Y'all know what amber is, right? It's a nice resin. You love it if you read. No, D don't like amber. But nevertheless, it's brownish. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And he put forth the form of a hand and took me by a lock of my head, and the Ruach lifted me up between the earth and Shamahim.
So what happened to him? He got lifted up between where?
Earth and Shamahim.
Okay.
And brought me in the visions of Alahym to Jerusalem, to the door of the inner gate that looked toward the north, where the seat of the image of jealousy, which provoked to jealousy.
Come over here to what it is, 2 Corinthians 13. Man, ain't nothing wrong with you. You be capped out all the time. You be acting like a baby. Give me 2 Corinthians 13. No, it's 2 Corinthians 12. I'm sorry. 12 and 1. I might have to look because I ain't got that page in my book to make sure we ain't reading unnecessary stuff. Let me look because I know I ain't got that page in my book.
It looked like I'd be looking for.
When we talked about this before, yeah, go ahead. 12 and 1.
It is not expedient for me, doubtless, to esteem. I will come to visions and revelations of the Lord. I know a man in Mashiach about 14 years ago, whether in the body I cannot tell, or whether out of the body I cannot tell.
That's what you've seen with Ezekiel. You think you can get taken up in between heaven and earth and be in the body? He said, I can't tell. Remember, we talked about this before. Because you got to understand what he's talking about and have a scriptural example for it. So if somebody's telling you this or you reading this, you can know, okay, that's what happened to Ezekiel. Go ahead.
I said, Alahym no, such as one caught up to the third Shamahim.
Pause. Now, he didn't get taken up to the third Shamahim, but we can see that when they say like, oh, Alahym took Enoch. You know what I'm saying? So if he took Enoch, guess what had to happen for? Because what did we just read about being able to go? What is celestial? What did it mean? That's a heaven, right? It said Enoch was translated in another epistle letter. He couldn't get in there and be flesh and blood and stay. Same way Elijah couldn't get in there and be flesh and blood and stay. That's why when you seen when Mashiach ascended back, what ended up happening to him? He said, spirit don't have flesh and bone as you see me have, because he had to put that blood up out of him for him to go back. A human being can't go there. Go ahead, man.
Said I knew, and I knew such a man, whether in the body or out of the body, I cannot tell. Alahym no, how that he was caught up in the paradise and heard unspeakable words, which it is not lawful for a man to utter. Of such a one will I esteem, yet of myself I will not esteem, but in my infirmities.
That's good. He said, man, look at right. Even with that one there, right? I was talking to a dude about this. He seemed to get offended. You know, in Psalms, it say that, you know, David say, I don't exercise myself in matters too high for me. Y'all know what that is? You know what I'm talking about? Let me see what it is. Psalms 131. That's what it is. No, that ain't it. No, yeah, it is. Psalms 131. Go ahead with it. Listen.
He said, Lord, my heart is not haughty, nor my eyes lofty, neither do I exercise myself in great matters or in things too high for me.
Tell him what great matters is, man. You know, that's what a lot of people probably, because I mentioned this because he said he heard words that were not lawful for a man to utter. See, a lot of people problem is that you exercising things that are above your pay grade. Everything ain't for you to know. If he wanted you to know it, he would have told it to you. You know what I'm saying? See, this is our biggest problem with more people who are in the word. You want to know everything except the stuff he told you that you need to know. And you don't realize that's the pride of your heart. That's the hardiness of your spirit. See, you'll sit around and you'll talk about how these women are hardy, and you might be 3-4 times as hardy as them. The only difference is you ain't hardy towards them. You hardy towards your husband. You know what you in? You in the same thing that you see a lot of women in this natural life. You in a power struggle for leadership with your God. That's what you're doing. But you don't realize that's what you're doing. Because you want to dictate and tell him what to do because you feel like you've been running your life, and now who are you to come tell me what to do? Well, God damn it, you've been running your life and you failed the whole goddamn time. So maybe you need to just sit down and shut up and let that man steer the ship, because clearly you don't know what the hell you're doing. You know what I'm talking about? I done told you that before in the terms when you're dealing with a lot of women. Man, you leave women to their own devices to pick a man, and you see the stuff you got going on out here. Because you know why? Because she going to pick a man according to how she feels. How he make her feel. And if he make her feel a particular type of way, she will purposely overlook the fact that this nigga's a bum, that this nigga is an arrogant bastard, that he is a douchebag, that he could be physically violent, and all of these things. She'll overlook all of that because of how he make her feel. Because that's why when you notice, when you start interjecting the men in her life, and they tell her don't fool with him, what's the first thing she say? I love him. I told you, man, when I was in high school, man, I used to talk to them girls about that, man. I say, man, you say you love him. What you love about him? And you know their response would be, Glory, I love him. I say, you stupid. Oh, you don't love this nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I was just doing that for my own informational gathering purposes, because I see how they're acting. I see how you talking, because I was taught different. Okay, what you love about it? Can you I'm 17 years old. I'm 16 years old. Can you verbally express that? This allowed me to understand what infatuation and lust was. Because, baby, you too young to even know how to love somebody. And that just go to show how you fail up your children, because you letting your children begin intimate relationships before they even have good cognitive function. Nigga can't even think straight. Nigga is really just getting accustomed to having high levels of estrogen and testosterone in their body, and you telling them, go and get in an intimate relationship with somebody else. Go figure that out, son. Go figure that out, daughter. You know what I'm saying? You done got graduated high school, and you done experienced 2-3 heartbreaks. You ain't supposed to experience that before you turn 18. You know what I'm talking about? Now you are already, before you even get good in your adult life, you might have a jaded experience of dealing with the opposite sex because your people left you unattended to do something that you were not mentally and emotionally and spiritually prepared to partake in. And that's how you end up to the boot out to everybody. You know what I'm talking about? Straight up and down. That's how it happens. That's how it's easy for people to get divorced in this particular society, because you've been leaving people your whole life. You got a nigga running talking about be my Valentine. This nigga 10. I'll slap the black off this nigga. Get the hell away from my daughter. You know what I'm talking about? You don't need no goddamn Valentine, boy. What you need a Valentine for? Did you see that video clip of that little boy crying, talking about his best friend took his girlfriend? Nigga, you 5. This nigga in the room crying. He's 5 years old. You wasn't even supposed to allow him to develop that type of attachment and thought process to no little girl at 5 years old. At 5, you know, at 5 years old, his mind should have been focused on greatness. You supposed to have his mind not worrying about trying to get no girl at 5. At the point where you at the ground crying, your heart broke. That boy wasn't supposed to experience no heartbreak at no 5 years old, man. You supposed to, as a man, you supposed to nip that in the bud, because his daddy was there. See, women, y'all are foster that type of stuff. Oh, it's so cute. Ain't nothing cute about that junk, man. Ain't nothing cute about no 5-year-old interacting with each other in a romantic way. You know how we know this? Because all you niggas know about niggas hunching in your neighborhood at 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, simulating sexual acts. You know what I'm talking about? All us in here know about it. If you didn't know about it, you participated in it. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Man, ain't no sure supposed to be participating in that type of stuff, man. You ain't supposed to have them type of experiences, man. And you wonder why you grow up in your horny all the time. You've been conditioned to be a sexual deviant before you even had doggone puberty. So when you come of age, you just full of unbridled lust. And you don't know what to do with it. So it's just exploding. Pause, you know what I'm saying? I hope you ain't exploding anywhere. But you out here doing, you're getting nasty. You R. Kelly in it. I want to pee on you. You know what I'm saying? You Vince McMahon in it. Vince McMahon must have pissed them white folks off because he's finna go to prison. They come out, they got new victims. NDAs ain't finna be enforceable. The feds investigating it. But that's the Lord's doing. You know what that's the Lord doing? Because he had an episode years ago where he said he wrestled God. And he was talking about how he hated God and was selling out. You know what I'm talking about? Had an episode where he called John Cena, walked up, what's up, my nigga? Yeah, they took that off Peacock. You ain't gonna find that no more. You gotta find that on YouTube now. You know what I'm saying? They took that down. But you know what I'm saying? But that nigga was a megalomaniac. He's a megalomaniac all the way around the board. That man said he don't believe in losing. He said if he's still breathing, he won. And he said he got that attitude because his stepdaddy used to beat him viciously every day. You know what I'm saying? He's a different type of dude. He's the type of man he don't believe rules apply to him. So eventually, some men like that live their lives and Yahuwah just allow them to live and everything seems great. And then they die and they're going to go to hell. And then some men, he let them live. And then right when they think they done got away with it, he bring every consequence on their head. He bring the pain on their head. You know, something got to happen. You got to realize something. He said he boo-booed on this woman. You got to know that that's not the first woman he done did that to. You just don't wake up one day and say, you know what, I'm 78 years old. Let me boo-boo on you. And it's the fact that she let him. While she was at work. It wasn't at a hotel. At somebody's house. Nigga, they were at work. I did. I put them in the chat. Did you read them?
I ain't seen him in the chat. I seen him online.
They graphic. You know what I'm talking about? They graphic now. He would pimp her out. He got Brock Lesnar in trouble. Now he losing out on bread. He talking about, man, send me a video of you getting peed on. Like, why you want that?
Somebody married to somebody.
No, Triple H is married to Vince McMahon.
Okay.
They've been married for over 20 some odd years. And they didn't fool with him. They voted for him not to come back. His daughter quit the company when he came back. I mean, the children don't fool with him like that. They fool with him, but they don't fool with him. Because they know how, man, when you know your daddy, you know your daddy. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, they parents lived in separate houses. They knew this nigga was, see, this is something that rich people do. They don't divorce. They just stay married and boink other people. You know what I'm saying? See, people down here wouldn't understand that. They ain't finna get divorced. Linda got her a young pool boy, and he around here boo-booing on niggas. Damn. Hell of a life. Come on, man. Let's come back to Genesis, man.
That great matters was Gadol. That's great. And then matters things too high. That's Palah. Marvelous, wonderful, extraordinary.
So he doesn't get himself concerned with things that are extraordinary. Come on, finish Psalms 131.
That surely I have behaved and quieted myself as a child that is weaned of his mother, my soul even as a weaned child. Let Yasharal hope in Yahuwah from henceforth and forever.
That's why you see the Lord say, if a man humbled himself as a child, he'll be saved. That's what you got to do. Come on. I'm back in Genesis 5, right? I'm not going to read any and everybody, but I'm just going to mention some of these men's names, right? I'm in verse 6. Seth lived 105 years and begat Enos. And then, you know, Enos begat Canaan, and Canaan begat Mahalalel, and Mahalalel begat Jared. And Jared had sons and daughters, and then Jared begat Enoch. Enoch lived and begat Methuselah. Enoch walked with Alahym. Enoch walked with Alahym, and he not, for Alahym took him. Methuselah begat Lamech. Lamech begat Noah, and then so on and so forth. But now we did Genesis 6 and 1. Go ahead with it.
Saying it came to pass, men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them.
So pause. It say men be. So we see Cain is obviously men, but then also, of course, Adam's offspring. Listen to the next verse say.
That the sons of Alahym saw the daughters of men that they fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose.
Now I say the sons. So we just seen that because how do we know this? We seen two different genealogies. We seen the genealogy of Cain, which is the daughters of men. You seen the genealogy of Adam, which is the sons of God. And how do we know this? Because verse 1 of Genesis 5 say, in the day that Alahym created man in the likeness Alahym made he him. That's how you know that Adam was the son of God. You don't see that with Cain, but we see Cain had offspring. He had offspring. Continue.
And Yahuwah said, my Ruach shall not always strive with man, for that he is also flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years.
And there were what in the earth?
Giants in the earth.
Tell them what giants is. See, I've told you before also, people want fantastical, magnifical stories because the actual fundamental truth is not exciting enough.
That's in the field. Giants, the Nephilim, a tyrant, a bully.
A tyrant. See, that's the Nephilim, but it's a tyrant, a bully. And we're going to be able to see how there were bullies in the earth. Continue. This is Genesis 6 and 4.
There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of Alahym came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare to them the same mighty men which were of old, men of renown.
Paul, tell them what daughters of men is right now.
Daughters is Bot, that's a daughter.
I know these are self-explanatory. I just know.
And then men is Adam.
So these are the daughters of Adam. Notice these are daughters, because guess what? Who Cain come from? Adam. But he ain't no son of God, though. Huh?
I said, so you'll fall underneath the other side.
On the other side. Listen. Tell them what mighty men of old, men of renown.
Mighty men is Gabor, that's strong or mighty, brave, mighty man, valiant man.
All this mean is they were brave men, men of courage. Quran just said it's crazy that when you tell people they weren't angels and when you show them the two genealogies. I mean, because I say people want fantastic stories, bro. Angels having sex with women sounds better than saying they had sex with Cain's offspring. Do you know what I'm talking about? And there's a reason why we went through all this here. We read it coincidentally. 1 Corinthians 15 and 33 say what? Evil communications does what? Corrupt good manners. So you have to realize something. Cain got evil communications. How do we know Cain got evil communications? Because when we swing over here to Genesis chapter 4, it says, you have driven me this day, this is verse 14, from the face of the earth, and from your face shall I be hid. And it said that he will be a wanderer, somebody who totters and falls. So he's telling you that he's been rejected. Understand something. When Yahuwah rejects you, you are destined to be a sinner for the rest of your life. I don't think people really understand that. Once you get turned reprobate, get Romans 1 and 28 for those who ain't aware. Once you get turned reprobate, man, ain't no coming back. You can't come back and be righteous after that. You're done.
And even as they did not like to retain Alahym in knowledge, Alahym gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of Alahym, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents.
Hold on, go back for a second. Start it again. We're going to run it down. We're going to show you how the man was reprobate. Let's see if we can identify.
Saying even as Alahym did not like to retain Alahym in knowledge.
So obviously we see Cain didn't like to retain Alahym in his knowledge, correct? Let's go.
Alahym gave them over to a reprobate mind.
That they should do what?
Do those things which are not convenient.
Like what?
Being filled with all unrighteousness.
Clearly he was filled with all unrighteousness. He murdered his brother.
Fornication.
No, he didn't do that.
Wickedness.
He definitely did that.
Covetousness.
He definitely did that.
Maliciousness.
He definitely did that.
Full of envy.
Definitely had that.
Murder.
Definitely did that.
Debate. Deceit.
Definitely did that because he lied.
Malignity.
Tell him what malignity is, just in case you don't know. Not like a tumor. A tumor is a cancerous cell. You have cells in your body And sometimes the cells can multiply at a rapid rate, which causes very negative consequences for the organ that it attaches itself to. You can get a tumor in your brain. You can get a tumor in your butt. You can get a tumor on your toe. You can get tumors on your skin. You can get tumors in your eyes. You can get a tumor on your tongue. You can get a tumor in your mouth. You can get a tumor on your heart, on your lungs. Shoot, you can get a tumor in your bones. You can get a tumor.
You could die from that.
Ain't no could. 9 times out of 10, you will. You can get a tumor in your ovaries, on your testicles. Yeah, they have to catch it early. If they don't catch it early, then you're probably going to die. You got 4 stages of cancer. If you get caught stage 3 and 4, you're probably going to die very quickly.
So the first one is paid.
No, they just say it's 4 stages. So that means degrees of seriousness. So if they find it in stage 1, that means it's early and you have a chance that you could survive. See, you could get rid of the cancer, but it might come back. See, we have a lot of cancer because we live in a society that poisons everybody on every cut and corner. I don't know if cancer was a real big thing before the United States became what we know now. Because now these white folks are on an explicit mission to kill everyone with everything.
Why?
Because they're sick, deviant, greedy bastards. Because they care more about money than people. Not because they're white, it's just because they're greedy. It's only mentioned white folks because they just happen to be the people who participate in these activities the most in the United States of America. Well, black people don't have the power to initiate some of these programs, but some of them are affiliated with the power structure and seek to benefit off the wealth of their nefarious tactics. Do you know what any of that means? That means that some people like to make money off of hurting other people, along with the people who actually have the ability to hurt other people. Because some people just only care about money, son. Some people want money at all costs, and they don't care who they hurt in order to get it. Well, of course you would, son. You're only 11. So. Hold on. He said, I was stage 2 when diagnosed with cancerous gland tumors at 19. Praise Yahuwah, was treated in his night. Praise God indeed. He said, talk to my parents. They said it wasn't a big thing back then. Oh, yeah, I could believe it. I think cancer really, really exploded at the state it's in probably in the last 50, 60 years. I only say that because I haven't read, and I could be wrong. I haven't read any, of course, they didn't have the medical machinery that they have now. You just don't see too many stuff in history with people having the problems of cancer or dying from it like what you see now. You know what I'm saying? But the food's tainted, the water's tainted, the plastic bottle, everything they got going on is with the hope that one day a tumor will get in your body and you die. Just like I just seen Joe Rogan didn't know that hospitals are private companies and that they're basically for profit. So, their whole objective is to medicate, not to heal. It doesn't benefit them to heal you.
They ain't no money.
They ain't gonna make no money. We need you to come back. So yeah, all the metals they poisoning us with in the air, food, and water. I'm like everywhere. In the toothpaste. Stuff everywhere. You know what I'm saying? They want you to be around here like this here, man. You got all these men got cancer in the booty. Also, they, you know what I'm saying? It's got to be something they doing because why all of a sudden they all this stuff about prostate cancer so you could turn around here and play in somebody's record. You know what I'm saying? Or all the women who get cysts and got cancerous ovaries and all this type of stuff, man. And it's only here. It's not like that everywhere else in the world. Just here. Because, it's a lot of foods that they sell over here. We done talked about that before, man. That food, they can't sell that. They don't allow them to sell that crap overseas, man. Man, we probably go overseas to a McDonald's. You be like, man, shoot, I eat McDonald's every day now. You know what I'm saying? Over here, man, you couldn't pay nobody to go to McDonald's. Nigga go to Japan, go to Italy, you go anywhere, man. Let me get a Big Mac. You like, it tastes like real hamburger. No, and I ain't even saying, come on, man. There's food over here, man. Them people come over here, man. That junk bad, bro. That junk bad, bro. These people definitely out here trying to kill us. That's obvious. Come on, man.
That is Kaku with Thea. That's bad character, depravity of heart and life, malignant, subtlety, malicious, craftiness.
You see that? Bad character. So we see that Cain was that. Come on.
And whisperers, backbiters, haters of Alahym.
See, he hated God.
Despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil
We
things.
seen he was proud, and we see he's an inventor of evil things.
Disobedient to parents, without understanding.
Clearly, he was without understanding.
Covenant breaker, without natural affection.
Clearly, he was without that.
Implacable, unmerciful.
And he was unmerciful. Go ahead.
Who, knowing the judgment of Alahym, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them.
And that's what you see with Cain. Quran say when he was a kid, cancer was reported to be affect 1 in 7 people. Now it's 2 in 3. You know, 1 in 7 is about 14%. 2 out of 3 is 66%. That's a drastic increase. Come on back to Genesis 6. We about to get off here because the point's been proven. Read 6 and 4. But we had to take our time to go through that because I told you we were going to do that and we hadn't done it.
Say there were giants in the earth those days, and also after that, when the sons of Alahym came in unto the daughters of men, they bare to them the same mighty men which were of old, men of renown. And Alahym saw that the wickedness of man great in the earth, every imagination of the thoughts of his heart, only evil continually.
Now notice when it say that it said that the sons of God saw the daughters of men were fair. Tell them what fair is right now, man. Krista say she found out Prop 65 in clothing pertaining to women. She noticed on Fashion Nova websites that this chemical is in some clothing and it states that it can cause harm to a woman's reproductive health.
What's the name of it?
Prop 65. That's probably in sun. That's polyester.
That's a told good, pleasant,
They say that.
agreeable.
Now come over here to 2 Corinthians 6 and 14.
Be you not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, for what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? What communion have light with darkness? What concord have a Mashiach with Belial? Or what part have he that believe with an infidel?
This is part of the reason why Cain got put out. But at the end of the day, you see the sons of God with the daughters of men, and this is how you see tyrants get produced, bullies. Because at the end of the day, what Cain did, he was a bully. When you look at what Satan is, he's a bully. Go ahead.
He said, and what agreement had the temple of Alahym with idols? For you are the temple of the living Alahym. As Alahym have said, I will dwell in them and walk, and I will be their Alahym, and they shall be my people. Wherefore come out from among them, be you separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean, and I will receive you, and will be a father unto you, and you shall be my sons and daughters, saith the Lord Almighty.
See, there had to be a separation. What you see from Genesis 4 and 5 is a separation between the sons of God and the sons of men. Or between that which is a spirit and that which is a ruach, or that which is of God and that which is of the devil. So you could make a distinction between the two. So when you come back over here to Genesis 6 and 5.
And Alahym saw that the wickedness of man great in the earth, every imagination of the thoughts of his heart, only evil continually. And it repented Yahuwah that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And Yahuwah said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, the fowls of the air, for repent me that I have made them. But Noah found mercy in the eyes of Yahuwah. And these are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man, perfect in his generation. Noah walked with Alahym.
Tell him what generations is here, man. He said he was and perfect. He said this man was perfect in his generations. We just seen what his generation was in Genesis 5, right? His generations is with Adam.
Oh, so both our words have two different definitions.
I already know.
One is Toledah, that's
Which
descendants.
the first one?
That's the first one. Toledah.
So listen, these is the Toledah or the descendancy of Noah. The second one is going to be probably Doré, a period of time. So in his period of time, he was perfect. What word is perfect?
Talmud.
This man is with integrity, innocent. In his period of time, he was innocent. Then it mentions that these are the generations or his descendancy, and Genesis 5 shows us his descendancy. He don't descend from Cain. Cain got a whole nother bloodline way over there. Good and wicked. Continue on, sir.
And Noah begat 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth also was corrupt before Alahym, and the earth was filled with violence.
Pause. He said the earth was what?
Was corrupt before Alahym.
And it was filled with what?
With violence.
Notice that it was filled with what?
With violence.
And what Cain known for? Violence. Continue.
And Alahym looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth.
Pause. Tell him what way is. This is another instance where you're going to be able to see that you know that they had the law.
The rock.
That's the rock. That's way of life. So if the way of Yahuwah was corrupt on the earth, where did it get corrupted? It say men started calling on the name of Yahuwah with who? With Enos. So you can't call on him unless you heard of him. So that means that they had because Adam had the way of Yahuwah. He had the way of life because he ate from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. He had the law. He taught it to his offspring. Them people had it. They corrupted it. They did. Tell them what corrupted. They did what they wanted to do. And violence.
Corrupted is shakath, to destroy, to corrupt, to go to ruin.
They destroyed this man earth, man. They were bringing everything to ruin. Land was being destroyed and brought to ruin.
And then violence is kamas, violence, wrong, cruelty, injustice.
When you look at that, injustice, that means they were sinning. What does the law say about anybody who do unrighteousness? What are they? They're an abomination. That's what they was at. So when you think of, like I told you, we were just talking to people about this here. That means they were doing all type of stuff. Indeed, they were doing all type of stuff, man. That means they were killing people, they were lying. They were worshiping idols, they were stealing. They were hitting booty hole, they were committing adultery. Anything you could think of, they were doing it. They were doing it. But this just go to show you, see, some people see the angels taught them sin. Ain't no angels taught man sin. You know how we know that? Because Ecclesiastes 7:29 say he made man upright. Man sought out many inventions. Because you know that's what they like to say, that Satan and his angels taught men this and taught men that. Ain't nobody taught you nothing. You taught your doggone self. You're just a no good, wicked bastard. You'd rather teach yourself than let Yahuwah teach you. Ain't that sad? But we're gonna stop right here for now, man. That's enough for one day. We get some more on Wednesday. So hallelujah for Yahushua in the word, man. I didn't want y'all to see the market difference because we were talking about that. Had to do that so to make it easier for when you come back and you say you'll be called the sons of God in this place, or how to arrive to that particular destination. You know what I'm saying? But you got to go back in the law and you got to see what you're supposed to see in order to understand what that even means. Yeah, indeed, a lot of people do like to try to ignore that. Shalom, bro. Yahuwah, bro. So thank you, Yahuwah, man. A lot of people do like to ignore that being injustice, doing wrong. Because a lot of people like to do wrong at the end of the day. But hey, y'all, I bless y'all the house of Alahym in the name of Yahushua. Amen, Brother Smoke. Yahuwah willing, man, we'll pick this back up on Wednesday, man, and make it do what it do. And Yahuwah willing till that time, because it's hot in here.
A little muggy.
Amen. Amen. Shalom, bro. All right, y'all, Clubhouse, man. We go. Shalom, bro.